Oh, what the heck is that? That looks pretty good. Everybody likes the movies. It's been around for over 100 years. Oh, what are we doing for a date night tonight, honey?
Well, Cassandra, we're going to the movies.
Sometimes when it comes to movies, there's some really memorable ones. One of these, for instance, would be Pixar's Cars. It's a freaking awesome movie. It's cars and they're alive. But that's a pretty good idea. I could make that idea. But I could use bikes instead. Well, that's the case with Manuel J. Garcia's 2018 Bikes. It's the same thing, but also not at all. Listen, I go to school for film, so I know a thing or two about how this shit works. Crack me open a LaCroix and I'll tell you all the finer details of what film aesthetics is being violated with this film. Movies don't need to make sense. They can still get produced. They don't need to have a storyline or characters that fall within logic. And I kind of like a bad boy movie, if I'm being honest. And a bad boy movie would be 2018's Bikes by Manuel J. Garcia. It just kind of came up. It just, I was just browsing the web. Just hanging out in the locker room of the internet. If I had seen this movie when I was a kid, it probably would have single-handedly inspired me to try to become a filmmaker. Just kidding, that was a lie. This movie is a train wreck. Or should I say bike wreck? Guys, that was a bike meme. There's gonna be a lot of those, please try to keep up. We're gonna go through all the things that make this movie the craziest acid trip you'll ever have. Implying that I've had one. At a superficial level, I suppose that you could say that this movie is like a ripoff of Cars, but then it takes the entire concept of these living modes of transportation and just goes in a fucking whole different direction. Other than the fact that the movie is named after the mode of transportation that they are, and then the main character is kind of an ass and he likes to race, it's like just a fever dream. Let's read the official synopsis of this film. Spokesville is the bike's land. You know how you name towns with Ville? Why don't we name Spoke? That's on a bike. Let's call it Spokesville. Speedy, the main character, is a mountain bike ready to be the leader when the gasoline engine comes to disturb the city. Oh fuck. Speedy and his friends, Pinion, Gassy, and Montana, will fight against the annoying artifact to keep Spokesville clean. And it pretty much tells you absolutely nothing about what this film is about. Not what it's really about, which is the rise of this main character named Speedy, who likes to race, becomes the hero of town, and at his core is kind of an asshole. This movie is so convoluted and strange that I'm gonna do my best to make this make sense. But if it doesn't, don't blame me. That's just business, baby. So why don't we just check out the opening sequence of this film? The movie opens up on a wonderful intro sequence. It shows amazing sweeping shots of the town of Spokesville. You see all the beautiful places they live in there. Wait, what the fuck is that? Are those apartment buildings? Are those petals? Those are apartment buildings made out of petals. So you're telling me that the buildings in this town are designed after their body parts? That's like making a building that looks like a foot. I suppose you could argue, oh, Ted, how else are you going to know that they're in the bikes world? Cars doesn't do this. They just make a bunch of buildings that are accessible to cars. Some of these buildings are topped with, like, bike chains. Wouldn't the chains of a bike be, like, the intestines or something? That's pretty strange. That's pretty weird. We meet the main character, Speedy, whose character model is honestly terrifying. I have no idea why they decided to design the main character, the person we see the most, this way. All of the other bikes make sense, I guess. I mean, some of them have like lips, but not Speedy. Oh no, he's just a piece of plastic with dentures. So Speedy's a mail bike, so we start off with him going on his mail run, taking over from his old and withered dumb grandpa.
Take care of Gramps, okay, Spruck?
Don't worry about us so much. Worry about being on time.
He's totally reckless. He's causing traffic issues around town. He's basically a total nuisance. He's an ass. Speedy basically blows through an intersection and causes a 4-bike collision right in front of a police officer. This is less than 5 minutes into the film. If this doesn't tell you enough about who this character is as a person, I don't know what will. He has no sense of guilt. I wouldn't be surprised if Speedy's killed another bike. I would not be surprised. Speedy thinks he can do whatever he wants because he's fast. Hey Speedy, newsflash. Being fast isn't a personality, you fool. My next issue is how strangely they introduce the characters in this film. There's these two evil bank bike characters. How do you know they're evil, Ted? Oh, I don't know.
Soon it will be ours.
That's his first line. They introduce Montana, who is very clearly the love interest in this film. How can you tell, Ted?
Speedy. Hi, Montana.
I was just thinking about you, Speedy.
Based on the fact that she has the most luscious lips of any bike in this film. And also, she's pink. And I don't know if you guys know this, but pink, that's the girl color. Then the mayor shows up, and the strangest interaction I've ever seen happens.
Hi, Montana. My wheels are burning.
Mr. Mayor,
Mayor? And your dad, too.
not during working hours.
Wait. He shows up, she calls him Mr. Mayor, and then he says,
And your dad, too.
and then she says, not during working hours. What is that even supposed to mean? Are you telling me that Montana insists that when her father is working, that she only calls him Mr. Mayor? She is literally forcing herself to distinguish between her father not working and her father when he's working. Later on, she messes this up too, as if it matters to anyone.
That's what I wanted to tell you, Speedy. The mayor is...
If the mayor is correcting her to say he's her dad, then where is this pressure to call him the mayor even coming from? One of my next issues is how Speedy delivers the mail. Let me just put this simply and try not to scare you guys. But basically, he's got a fucking hand. Yes, the movie about bikes, living as bikes, one of them has a hand. They could not easily figure out the part where he delivers the mail. So when he goes around and he has to drop off a package, boom! A fucking hand comes out of the bag. This is probably one of the creepiest things I've ever seen. And it also raises some huge issues. If this bike has a hand, wouldn't that create some serious issues on how opposable thumbs would affect society? Are we not going to address opposable thumbs? This would seriously create some inequality. Like, for real. Like when a bike can swing an axe at another, there would be war. For some reason, Speedy has a mentor. I don't really know why. I think he's supposed to be the Mr. Miyagi of the film. Oh, and also, he has two hands. I don't know what's going on.
Hey, Chan!
Quiet, son. It's Numachi time. My package just arrived?
No.
What brings you here then, Speedy?
I need your advice, Chan.
No packages, no advice.
But Chan!
I joke, son.
It's just a bike with arms. This means that there are two bikes in this society that have hands. Everyone else doesn't, and it's not addressed, and nobody talks about it. Basically what happens is they welcome back an old hero to the town named Rock Bikerson.
Wow, Rock is going to love this.
Rock? Rock Bikerson in Spooksville?
That's what I wanted to tell you, Speedy. The mayor is going to give Rock the key to the city tomorrow.
If someone deserves the key, it's him.
I don't really know why he's a hero other than the fact that, he's just a fast bike. Who you know from the get-go is the antagonist of the film based on the fact that they gave him a face with evil man facial hair. He's got a human face.
It is I, Rock, your local hero.
He's literally just the Chad of bikes. Hey Manuel, how are we gonna get across that this bike is like the evil? Why don't we give him a face? His name is fucking Rock. They named him Rock. Essentially what happens next is this Rock Bikerson character, in cohorts with the evil bank bikes, introduce the gas motor to society.
Powered by the magic fluid coming from the center of the earth, I present to you the tool that will allow you to be almost as fast as me. The gas motor!
And then when the town members are kind of suspicious about it, Speedy's just like, it's fine. He's Rock, the totally not evil character.
Bikes, this is Rock, our local hero, a triumphant bike-sit-in. I'm sure Rock has all the answers.
Speedy's like, come on, give him a break. He's Rock Bikerson, come on. Bing bong, the whole town's got gas motors now, and it's creating environmental disaster. That's cool. You can tell because it's making the bikes cough. Yes, the bikes cough, meaning that they have a system of breathing. Let me break this down Barney style for you. They are bikes, and they run on mechanical parts, but they also need to breathe, meaning that they have lungs in their bike bodies. Let me save you some time, I'll give you a rundown on what happens, basically. Speedy and his friends figure out that it's Rock, and he's causing environmental disaster. Who would have thought that Rock, who by the way has hired secret police to literally send people who can't pay for gas to jail.
You are not up to date with your payments, dear bike citizen. Therefore, you cannot fill up on gas.
I do not have that kind of money.
You can always pay the company by working in the gas tank cleaning department.
Oh no.
Or there's always another possibility. Prison bikes.
Bike shed?
Then sends Speedy and his friends to jail. And then this is when shit gets even stranger. And it's also when Speedy ends up being kind of an asshole. So basically they're all in jail and everyone's down in the dumps. And then Speedy says like the rudest thing I've ever heard.
Speedy, I never thought you would give up.
I'm sorry. Give me a second.
Like, what was that tone?
I'm sorry. Give me a second.
That did not come off as if you were saying, I'm sorry, give me a second. That came off as you saying, hey Montana, can you shut the fuck up? She's just trying to make conversation and you're just being an ass. So you're probably asking yourself, Ted, how are they going to get out of bike jail? How are these bikes going to escape from bike jail? Oh yeah, you remember that old stereotypical Chinese Mr. Miyagi bike? Yeah, the one with hands? Yeah, well he's also got explosives and munitions.
Yes, perfect.
He also has a laptop. In a society when the gas motor was literally just introduced. And then he shoots the rocket and it's a Black Ops team of the bike pumps. Oh, so they sent in a team to get him out of jail. That's smart. They must just steal a key from the guards, right?
That would be too easy.
They take the inner tires of all of the bikes and then steal the entire jail cell by breaking a balloon through concrete and flying away. And then later on, Speedy says that it was a perfect plan.
It was a perfect plan.
What about that was perfect in the slightest? You just absolutely destroyed public property in the process of that plan. You could have just snuck out. Oh, by the way, we also find out that the Mentor bike invented the gas motor and didn't tell anyone about it up until now. They basically put all of these very specific legal reasons against Rock for why he should go to jail.
What is the jail time for fraud?
Adding the tampering and illegal usage of the pipelines and aqueducts of Spokesville.
And the production and use of false advertising.
And then for some reason the mayor decides to just settle it with a race between the two of them.
I hereby authorize the city race.
In the race between Rock and Speedy, Speedy gets a flat tire because of a bunch of spikes in the road. But then the bike pump guys come and they pump his wheels back up, completely negating the fact that he has holes in his tire and he's fine. And the film goes on and he wins the race. Speedy beats Rock in the race. He tries to cheat the whole time and he cries like a baby idiot dumbass. And then everything is totally fine at the end, I guess. The final line between Montana and Speedy just leads me to believe that these two are just going to get married and then they're going to have so many issues because they have nothing in common and they're going to get divorced in a year.
How does it feel being Spokesville's #1?
It's not about being #1, Montana.
Oh, my Speedy.
What kind of fucking interaction was that? She comes up, she tries to congratulate you, and then you're just like,
It's not about being #1, Montana.
dude, fuck you. What a dick. Is that not the #1 rudest thing you could respond with? Overall, though, I think we can enjoy this piece of cinema for what it is. A beautiful piece of work that really just tells a touching tale about, you know, don't make the gas motor. Just stick to laptops and munitions. So yeah, that was Bikes. Hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know if you want me to look at other weird movies in the future. If I had to give this movie a rating, I would give it a 10 out of 10.
Vinny, you stole my daughter's Minecraft account. Now you gotta pay. Here's what family does to pieces of shit like you. Yeah!
Whoa. Let me just start off by saying that this entire video is sponsored by Universal Pictures for the new movie Nobody starring Bob Odenkirk that came out on March 26th. Which is crazy. In this video, I was challenged by Universal to recreate some scenes from this new movie, where I worked with a 30-year veteran stunt coordinator that actually worked on the film, and they gave me pretty much 30 days to figure out how I was gonna pull all of this together. This project was probably one of the most nerve-wracking and daunting projects that I have ever taken on with this channel. I mean, I went to film school. This is my degree, and this is Universal Pictures that's knocking on my door right now. You know, I mean, you get what I'm talking about. You best believe that I'm gonna welcome them in and put on a hot pot of coffee with a side of intense anxiety. God damn. So without further ado, follow me on my journey as I train to be a Hollywood action star in just about 30 days. Here we go. Okay, so the journey of being able to convincingly recreate a scene from this film Nobody began with being introduced to the stunt coordinator that worked on this film, Daniel Bernhardt. Daniel is pretty much as legit as they come when it comes to creating stunt scenes and just action films in general. One movie that he worked on that would be especially convincing to those of you who are not convinced would be goddamn John Wick. Dude, I mean, look at him go. He's right here in a fight scene in this new movie, and he gets to get his teeth knocked out by Bob Odenkirk himself. What a dream, right? These aren't some ho-dunk shenanigans that are going on here. I will actually be learning how to fight in a movie from the pros. And then suddenly they showed me a message that was directed to me from Bob Odenkirk himself.
Hey, Ted. Hey, so you went to film school, huh? Wow, that's great. So you think you can perform some movie magic and then that'll make you look like a badass? You might want to think again, buddy.
I'm gonna be honest with you guys right now. This is when the entire goal of the video changed for me a little bit. Okay, sure, I want to make a quality action scene to fulfill the inner filmmaker demons that are constantly clawing to burst out of my chest like some sort of passion-based xenomorph. But I was told that Bob Odenkirk himself will be seeing this video, the big man. Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, apparently he was in How I Met Your Mother, but let me ask you this, Bob, have you met Ted? So my goals have now changed from impressing a transnational multimedia conglomerate to Bob Odenkirk himself, the individual. So Bob, come on, man. I'm doing this for you. You don't believe me? Check this out. Sweet old Bob. This one's for you. About several weeks later, after practicing some moves that Daniel had taught to me over Zoom, I was ready to meet up with Daniel in person. So after getting COVID tested, I headed to 87 North's training facility to train with Daniel and learn the ropes on being an action star.
All right, folks, here we are at 87 North with Mr. Daniel Bernhardt, the master stuntman from the stars. Some say that he came from space.
Sometimes I wonder myself if I'm coming from space.
From the mouth of the man himself. I'm here to learn how to be...
That's really good. That was actually really good because he's actually extremely strong. In our world, everything is about turning your hip. Anytime you throw a punch, it's my hip that turns, right?
One could say the hips don't lie.
Exactly.
He's training me to be an action star. Daniel's training me to be an action star. I'm doing it for the glory of Bob Odenkirk. I'm doing it to impress goddamn Bob Odenkirk.
Good.
Yeah, it's no problem. Yeah, I do this all the time. Me and my buddy Daniel, we get down to the gym too. Quick punches and hooks. My favorite thing to do.
Very good. So this is what you're doing right now. You're doing this great. Now you're doing this. You're going up like that, right?
Yeah, I have trouble with that.
Now as he ducks, do this. Nice
okay,
reaction.
Here we go.
Do it one more
I'm
time.
so sorry. Give me back my Bionicle. Fuck you. That's my nerd's rope. I like Cool Ranch Doritos.
Weirdly enough, that was the best.
Really? So what Daniel and the rest of the guys were teaching me were the move sets for 2 action scenes that they wanted me to recreate from the film. The first one was a shortened version of the bus scene. This is a scene where Bob Odenkirk's character Hutch Mansell is fighting a bunch of ruffians in a bus, and it's just brutal. He just beats the crap out of them, and it's crazy.
We're gonna do our bus scene. Now, obviously, you don't have a bus at home, so you have to create this in your house.
Okay.
You know?
This is Ted right on the scene for the bus scene. Things are getting pretty crazy here. Dude's taking off his jacket. He's looking pretty buff. He is shredded and he's got a gun. That's never a good combination.
Super slow, super slow. Nice. Nice. Now, usually when we do this, like, we know exactly what camera's gonna do. So let's say if camera's right there, I know I cannot punch here. I know I'm gonna punch here.
Right. Here's a question for you. What sort of stuff do you put in your hair? I put stuff in my hair and I'm sweating, but your hair, it's like...
It's an absolute secret, which I shared with Jeremy. It's called...
Are you sure it's not like Gorilla Glue? Very interesting to be in a place where I'm surrounded by 100% people that are far more athletic than me in practically every way.
But there's only one milkman.
That is so true. Thank you for mentioning that.
There's only one
milkman.
One. Stumble back. You come back. Turn the other way. It's easier for you.
Yeah, you think so?
Because look, if you turn this way, and then you have to punch that way.
Yeah,
it's not
it is
good.
a little goofy,
so
isn't it?
Come back this way, then you can punch with your wrist.
Somebody stole my Cheez-Its.
I stole those Cheez-Its.
No!
Slow down, slow down, slow down. Yeah. Slow down,
You
slow down.
son of a...
Slow down. Nice.
Somebody stole my Minecraft account.
Who plays Minecraft anymore?
Actually, I do!
And then you've got the house invasion scene, which is a scene where a bunch of armed members of the Russian mob are invading Hutch's home, and he has to fight them off with stuff that he finds around his house.
We're moving on now from the bus scene to the indoor scene, so I'm gonna learn how to fight the guys with the guns. That should be pretty good. I'm exhausted.
The first hit to the face. Boom. Second, you hit the gun down. Super slow, slower, slower. He comes back. You knock the gun out of his hand. To the face. Double hit to the face.
Wow. Hey, Vinny, you stole my daughter's Minecraft account. Now you gotta pay. Here's what the family does to pieces of shit like you. Yeah! So I just finished my training session here at 87 North with all of these wonderful magical boys, Stuntmen Deluxe. We've got Mr. Daniel, Alec, Anthony, Dave, and Jeremy on the camera.
That's me!
So thank you guys so much. This was actually really, really cool. I had a fantastic time. So thank you guys so much. Boom.
So now that I had finished my training with Daniel, all of the pressure was on me to actually put this thing together. Luckily for me, Universal provided me with a care package of a bunch of things that would help me recreate the scene. Let's see what we got. A completely rubber AR-15. Like, this is the magazine for it. And it looks pretty damn realistic too. Bam! They also gave me a rubber Uzi and rubber pistol. They gave me 2 of these breakaway bats, a fake knife, and a rubber cast iron pan. Check this out. If you didn't know any better, you would definitely think that this is a pan. However, one of the problems was I had to be fighting the bad guys, so I couldn't also play the bad guys myself. What do I look like, Mr. Million Hands? Yeah, what do I look like I have 1 million hands? I had to assemble a team. And at this point, I pretty much had less than a week to throw this all together. So I contacted my buddy Ryan Leader. He's a fantastic YouTuber. He does a bunch of sketches online. And I asked him if he wanted to be part of this action scene. And he did me a total solid and brought on fellow sketch comedians Sir Spence and their friend Hunter to help me complete the trio for this action scene. I had to teach them the entire choreography of the scene in less than 2 days. It was like action boot camp. And honestly, these guys did a fantastic job learning quickly. While action scenes may not necessarily be these guys' main line of work, they were super down the whole time. And we actually managed to learn the entire bus scene in like a matter of a couple of hours. At the same time that I was working with my 3 beautiful stunt boys, I also had to figure out who was going to shoot it? Who was going to shoot this action scene that I was acting in? If I wanted to impress Bob Odenkirk, then I had to put a whole film crew together. That was the only way. I was able to contact an old film friend of mine, Christina Shing, who has directed a slew of these incredible music videos and films, and she was able to put me in contact with her main man for director of photography, Shane Bagwell. And through him, we were able to get a sound guy, a gaffer, a grip, a first assistant camera, and an assistant director. And if we're getting this whole film crew together, I mean, we might as well shoot on an Arri Alexa cinema camera. I mean, why not? One of the things that was really important for the house scene was to make it look like it was very similar to the film, and that it hit all of the beats with Daniel's choreography that he made for me, but also worked within the space that I already had. And obviously, I'm not going to be able to have the same set that Bob Odenkirk worked with for this fucking YouTube video that I'm doing. So I had to be really creative on how I went about blocking the scene so it worked and made sense. Finally, I had to add that extra pizzazz to make this scene truly my own. Some piece of my YouTube channel that was undeniably me. So I decided to bring in a little blast from the past from my YouTube channel lore, the Milkman. The Milkman is one of the most powerful characters in the Ted Nivison universe, as far as we know, and there is no other character that I would want to represent my power as an action star, for the glory of Bob Odenkirk. So after training with Daniel, teaching the moves to my stuntmen, hiring all of the crew, planning out every shot and making sure the blocking was perfect, a 12-hour day of shooting action scenes non-stop, and editing this scene to be as brutal and ridiculous as possible. Without further ado, I present to you my recreation of these scenes from Nobody. Enjoy.
What are you doing here, Milkman?
I'm gonna fuck you up.
I got this. Oh! Who are you?
Me? I'm the Milkman.
Wait, look! It's Bob Odenkirk in a giant TV in the sky!
All right, I gotta admit, you proved yourself to be a worthy student. Very nice.
Oh, thank you, Bob Odenkirk. I appreciate that.
Some might have doubted you.
I mean, that was you, so.
But you were able to find and unleash your inner rage.
Oh, thank you. I'm angry all the time.
Congrats on becoming a nobody.
Thank you, Bob. I did it for you. I did it for you, Bob. I did it for you! And there he goes. Sweet old Bob. Always on another adventure. So there you have it, folks. That was how I recreated these scenes from nobody. This was probably one of the coolest projects that I have ever worked on this channel, as I've said. And it was really cool to be able to combine my interest as a filmmaker with my YouTube channel and just make something ridiculous. So I really hope that you guys found this video interesting. Make sure to check out Universal's new film, Nobody, starring Bob Odenkirk. It's going to be available... Wow, it's no matter. I'm just reading up on the world of shamanism while enjoying a nice warm glass of milk. The history of milk is a funny one, I'll give you that, but the historiography on the real, true history of milk is something that's been a bit lackluster over the years. The historians in charge of that should lose their homes, their jobs, and their children if they have them. Maybe move to a private island. You suck. I've been doing a little bit of research on the history of milk, and what I found I was completely horrified by. I mean, most of the history on milk is either categorically wrong or just missing completely. That's why I think it's time that we get a little bit of a refresher on the history. Majority of our 150,000-year history, humans have not been able to drink milk. Children can drink milk, but at about 6 or 7 years old, we lose the enzyme lactase, which allows us to break down the sugars in milk called lactose. That's a real fact. I'm not lying to you. If some dumb, stupid Neolithic fool tried to get a glass of the good stuff at 12,000 BC, you'd get barfing, bloating, oh no, diarrhea, maybe explosive, needs more research. It's generally agreed upon that dairying started about 10,000 years ago, right around the same time that we started domestifying the animals, which is the cows and the sheep and the pigs, and making chihuahuas. If we didn't start domesticating animals 10,000 years ago, we wouldn't have critically acclaimed film Beverly Hills Chihuahua starring Hollywood sweetheart George Lopez, okay? That's a win. Okay, picture this. Basically, one Neolithic shepherd saw a baby cow nursing from his mom, and he said something along the lines of, I mean, can you blame a man for shooting a shot with the titty of a cow? I mean, okay, yeah, but, oh, alright. And for a while we only made cheese and yogurt and kefir. I don't really know how to describe what kefir is other than it's like Danimals. It's Danimals. But something happened 7,000 macaroons ago, and that was milk is on the freaking menu, baby. We got a gene that allowed us to drink milk, and man, the people who had that gene were surviving way better than anyone else, okay? You see, milk is a complete food, which means it has all the nutrients that we would need to survive off of it exclusively. Meaning that I could start a country where everyone would have to drink milk as the only food, and I wouldn't incur any human rights violations. That's a win in my book. Next thing you know, 80% of the Middle East and Europe have this gene, which explains this map here, Weatherman mode, that shows the prevalence of lactose intolerant in our modern times. I mean, read it and weep, Samantha. Unfortunately for us, this is where all of the accurate information on the history of milk ends. Meaning that I need to fill in the blanks. Now, the way that the milk industry worked for a good while was that there was these small farms that would make milk pretty much for themselves and then sell the rest to the local town or milk dealer. I don't fucking know. The first real milk industry tycoon was none other than American colonist Shimshaw Creamtime. And okay, I know, ridiculous name, but everyone had ridiculous names back then, and don't you fucking dare Google that, you listen to me. He ran a farm based in Utica, New York, and one day he discovered that one of his cows was actually the largest cow ever recorded in history. A mega cow, one might say. Its name was Charles. Now, Charles was able to produce more milk than the cumulative output of every other cow on Shimshaw's farm, and also every other cow in the county, which is a lot of fucking milk. It's an absurd amount of milk, actually. If you'll take a look at this graph here, that's how much the average cow produces per day, and this is how much fucking Charles produces in a day. What the fuck? What is going on there? We're talking scary amounts of dairy here, okay? And I'm not rhyming with jest. I am rhyming with fear. With all this extra profit from milk sales, Creamtime was able to purchase all of the surrounding farms in the area to make one new dairy company under the name Creamtime's Creamtime. Bad name, I know, but I don't write the history here. So, you know, don't shoot the messenger. Am I right? Let's move on. Trust me when I say Creamtime was having a good time with his new business, all right? He was sending it to the Taj Mahal. He was sending it to the princess's house. He was sending it to Phil. Phil's a good guy. He deserves a glass of the good stuff every now and then, all right? What can I tell you? Welcome to the wise guys. Now, at the time, about 80% of the drink market was taken up by the water industry. So obviously the executives at the water industry businessmen in colonial America, also known as Wabika, had a bit of a problem with this. So I mean, that's what led to the war. One of the most influential members of Wabika was none other than Carlos Fiji, and you might recognize that last name because he's actually the founder of Fiji Water, which coincidentally was not founded in Fiji, but rather a shed in Worcester, Massachusetts, because it's shed water. Carlos was running one of the most successful water shipment businesses in all of the Northeast, leading him to being one of the richest men in colonial America. This is who Bernie was talking about, guys. Carlos essentially waged a very physical trade war against Creamtime, where he planned to destroy all of his milk farms and viciously slaughter Charles, which would essentially put Creamtime's business and the milk industry down the drain. Utilizing his massive amounts of money, Fiji hired an army of what we will be referring to now as water mercenaries, which actually were the same Hessian mercenaries that fought at the Battle of Trenton, but that's another story for another war. Upon hearing of this war waged against his creamy good time, Creamtime decided to call upon none other than the Sons of Liberty, baby. Specifically, Hercules Mulligan. Hercules Mulligan actually knew a guy that they had been considering for a war. They weren't sure if they were actually going to have to fight it, but you know, his name is George Washington. Yeah, George Washington fought in the Milk War of 1775. You're welcome, all right? Okay, hear me out. Washington, with his military expertise and plethora of knowledge, hatched a plan. What was that plan? I'm about to fucking tell you. Can you not ask me questions while I'm doing the presentation? A uniform for all of the soldiers to wear so they could simultaneously help Creamtime deliver milk while also being able to spring into battle whenever needed. Boom, a milkman uniform. What's up, dude? Thanks for coming. This is how they won the war. This was the uniform of the Milkman Legion. In addition, they also donned a very famous milkman hat, which had a very wide interior, which allowed them to store more bullets to fight in battle, because they're milkman soldiers. It was an ammo bag. That's what it was all along. Eventually, the Milkman Legion prevailed against Carlos Fiji and his water mercenaries, and they burned his house down and they tarred and feathered him. And I think they also killed his family. The Milkman uniform became a widely respected symbol of the prevailing of small business against evil large corporations. One cannot talk about the history of milk without first touching on the event that was appropriately named the corruption of the Golden Cow that occurred in World War II. Essentially what was going on was the German army had been researching specific artifacts of power in order to gain themselves a footing in the war. Through their research, they discovered the ancient Egyptian tomb of the Golden Cow, said to contain the most powerful dairy known to man. Legend has it that if you were to drink the milk from the Golden Cow, you would gain the powers of God itself, which is a little OP, I'm gonna be honest, and also a cow. Why would you do, whose plan was that? What even is the purpose of having a cow like this? One of the officers that was part of this research team, Friedrich, literally a Nazi, was obsessed with gaining this power for the German army. Let me break it down for you. Friedrich, literally a Nazi, that's his name. He goes into the tomb. Dumb move. Next thing, he finds the Golden Cow's milk. Wow, look at that, it's the Golden Cow's milk. Next step, he touches it. Hell portal. We don't like Friedrich, literally a Nazi, all right? Because he kind of fucked things for a little bit, okay? There was rainstorms. There was locusts. More than normal locusts. And this wasn't just any normal hell portal. This was a class 6 hell portal, all right? Which means you've got big guys, little crunchy men, big, tall rhinos with axes and giant swords that can speak in Latin. Hello? Demons, jute boys, crazy werewolves. You've got slugs with lasers. You've got evil Phil. You've got storks, but with no beak, and instead it's a Gatling gun. And a couple bonus ones you probably don't know. You got big lights with no off switch, little kids that are just a fucking nuisance, and you've got at least 15 to 20 Karens, but except they have knives, which doubles the danger there. And big buckets of dynamite. It was only until a separate stealth team of milkmen were able to perform the sacrament of dairy on the hell portal in order to close it. This eventually placed the Milkman Legion on the front lines of World War II, fighting the Germans and eventually taking Berlin. Because of this mission, President Dwight D. Eisenhower decided to give the Medal of Honor to the squad leader of the Milkman Legion, Peyton Manning. This event was probably the most monumental thing that has happened to the milk industry in its history, of course, until 40 years later with the robot cow uprising. So, the year was 1984, and famous robotics and genetics trailblazer Greg Lil Ratman was trying to develop a breed of cow that would be able to produce a similar amount of milk to that of the famous mega cow, Charles. Utilizing his unique understanding of robotics and genetics, Lil Ratman was able to develop a cyber mega cow. A breed of cyborg cow with advanced intelligence that was able to decide for itself the amount of proper nutrients in order to maximize milk production. I mean, the thing is about these kind of things is that they never go well, right? Why would you give advanced intelligence to a cow, all right? We've been taking advantage of them for 10,000 fucking years. Oh, nice one, dude. I think you can kind of see where this is going. But it didn't go well. So Greg's dead. One of the cows learned to develop itself laser vision. So that was a problem, I suppose. Yeah, it was an issue. Okay, this is where things get a little bit ridiculous, so bear with me here. What else are you going to do as a vengeful robot cow in 1984? Well, of course, you're going to exacerbate the tensions between Russia and the USA. The cows used their advanced intelligence to hack into Russian missile silos. You know, nuclear war would be now a possibility here, okay? Overall, an event second only to the Cuban Missile Crisis. So pretty good for cows cause quite a problem. However, thanks to the top secret agents at Cream Time Intelligence Agency, they were able to take down the cyber mega cow for good. So here we are, present day. You know, where the hell am I? Where the hell's my car? I did something really stupid when I was gone. Do you want to know what it is? This is the Rainforest Cafe. It's a themed restaurant that's decked out to look like a rainforest. They got animatronic animals. The waiters refer to themselves as safari guides. And every 30 minutes, there is a thunderstorm that happens within the restaurant. It is the stupidest, most ridiculous restaurant to exist. And I love it so much. And for that reason, I drove almost 10,000 miles to go to every single one of them. What else did you expect? This Rainforest Cafe odyssey began by stopping at the closest location to LA in Ontario, California. It's also where I met up with my partner, Eddie Burback. He's dastardly good looking, played a perfect game in Wii bowling, and has a mustache that makes animated Disney movie fathers cry like little wham wham babies. He was perfect. Walking into that random mall in California, I knew that we were about to embark on something truly special.
Initial thoughts? I like it here.
Yeah, it's actually gonna be good.
It's good.
If the food's bad, he's gonna have a horrible time.
Shut the fuck up, Jim. Entering this holy place made me feel like a young boy again. The animatronics seemed so real. And the menu still had some of my favorites from my childhood, including the Gorilla Grilled Cheese Delight and the Jurassic Chicken Tidbits. What is a tidbit? I'm pretty sure we made our server's day by actually signing up for the Rainforest Cafe members card, which normally wouldn't have much use, but for our specific situation made a lot of sense. Then all of a sudden, without any warning, our first rainforest thunderstorm. That thunder had us shivering in our little boots. We waved goodbye to this first Rainforest Cafe and prepare for our road trip to every single other location of this restaurant. This is the stupidest thing I think either of us have ever done.
I walked out of my apartment and I was like, oh my god, I'm not gonna be back for 3 weeks because I'm doing this.
There's gonna be so much driving. And we're doing that driving in my 2002 Toyota Tacoma. Forest green, aesthetically rusted from the New England winters, and also the only car that I've had for the last 8 years. That's right, I drive myself to high school in this car, and I'm almost 25. The first startup of the truck.
Can you imagine if it didn't?
From From LA, we drove 384 miles to Phoenix, Arizona, where we'd find our second Rainforest Cafe. And you might be asking why I'm doing this in the first place. I was one of the children whose childhood was blessed with a Rainforest Cafe-filled life. It was the best thing that ever happened to my small, tiny, frail body. But that's not the only reason.
A popular family restaurant in Johnson County closes its doors.
Popular restaurant Rainforest Cafe abruptly closes its doors.
The theme
in
restaurant
Fisherman's Wharf.
Rainforest Cafe has closed its location in the Oak Park Mall.
Outside today, a crew worked on taking...
The Rainforest Cafe is dying out. At its peak, there was 34 Rainforest Cafes in the United States. Today, that number has been whittled down to half. And if I didn't go to every last Rainforest Cafe in the country, I don't know if I would even be able to look at myself. So yeah, here we are at Rainforest Cafe number 2. Eddie and I decided to share the flatbread appetizer, which was served on a very fancy stone platter, typical of your higher-end eating establishment. And I got a Beyond Burger with one of my favorite sides, safari fries. What makes them different from normal fries? You're eating them on a safari. One of the interesting facets of this location, though, was how insanely loud the elephants we were next to were. And hey, what's a Rainforest Cafe without random animal heads sticking out of the walls without very clear proportion guidelines?
With that, we've hit Rainforest Cafe number 2, on to number 3.
And 4.
And then 5, and then 6. We're somewhere in New Mexico right now, and we're about to go camping in the middle of the desert. We're little crunchy granola boys sometimes.
I would say mostly not me, but I'm hoping I have a good experience.
Eddie's a big crunchy
I like
guy.
beds.
Everyone refers to Eddie Burback as like Mr. Groundhog.
I don't know about that. I know that it was Eddie top 10 on trending Burback.
Okay.
Recently, Eddie the King of the Squirts.
We're now at our campsite, baby. We're in the middle of nowhere in New Mexico.
Bug is attacking me.
Tomorrow, we're heading to the Dallas Rainforest Cafe.
We set up our camp, made a little fire, and as we sat there under the stars, we dreamed of all the Rainforest Cafe visits we had left in store, weeks of experience in front of us. The world was our oyster, or should I say rainforest. That was so stupid, that didn't even make any sense. Just a quick word from the sponsor of this video, which is BetterHelp. I have ADHD, and since I have a job that requires a lot of personal executive functioning, it can sometimes be a heavy weight on my own personal mental health, amongst other things. If you're struggling with your own mental health, you're absolutely not alone. And even if the people around you encourage taking care of your mental health, it can be difficult to know where to start. BetterHelp is customized online therapy that offers video, phone, and even live chat sessions with your therapist, so you don't even need to see someone on camera if you don't want to. There's a broad range of expertise in BetterHelp's 20,000 plus therapist network, so you can have access to help that may not necessarily be available in your area. You fill out a questionnaire to help assess what your specific needs are, and you get matched with a therapist in under 48 hours. Then you schedule secure video and phone sessions, and everything that you share is completely confidential. If you find your therapist isn't right for you, then you can request a new therapist at no additional charge anytime. If you think BetterHelp might be good for you, then you can get 10% off at betterhelp.com/Ted Nivison.
Good morning, everyone. It's 5:30 in the morning, and we have to drive an additional 10 hours to make it to our next Rainforest Cafe. If we don't, our plans will be squandered.
We have reservations tonight.
First, we hit White Sands National Park, which is pretty literal to the name.
There's sand dunes everywhere, baby. What the hell is going on? Why is this in America?
From there, we began our 621-mile trek to Dallas, Texas. And when you've got 10 hours of drive time, sometimes roadside attractions become as enticing as ever.
Oh, Eddie, Pistachio Land.
Okay.
Pistachio Land.
Uh-huh.
Have you ever seen the largest pistachio before? Chances
No,
are
and
no.
I'm fine with that. I could be on my deathbed and someone would go, "What are your regrets?" And I would say, definitely not missing out on the largest pistachio.
There's another one.
Yeah, they're billboard ads.
They want us to go.
That's how advertising works.
Bigger is better. That's so true. Bigger is better.
You can freak out all you want.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to forgive you or myself if I don't see the largest pistachio in the world.
I can't stress enough how much I can live with that.
It's the largest pistachio
We're not going
in the
to the
world.
fucking pistachio.
Okay, well, I'm satisfied. We made it to Dallas, Texas. The first thing we noticed at this Rainforest Cafe was the difference in the population of customers in the restaurant.
It's a miracle. We're not the only ones.
Perhaps it was because it was the first Rainforest Cafe we went to that had fish. Or it could be because of a theory I've held for a while that I was seeing in the flesh for the first time. The Rainforest Cafe Texas Supercluster Theory. This is the Texas Rainforest Cafe Supercluster, as I've mentioned, which means I think that all of the restaurants in this area are going to be higher quality. They're going to be busy, they're going to have lots of people, food's going to be good, drinks are going to be popping. We've barely scratched the surface, ladies and gentlemen, of what we can discover. It's a pretty good sign if a specific Rainforest Cafe is completely booked up. The Galveston one, the San Antonio one, they're both booked up out the wazoo.
Now we're starting to reserve Rainforest Cafes ahead of time.
We cannot afford to not get into one of these Rainforest Cafes.
The Galveston one apparently has somebody said it was a ride, then I heard it was a water ride.
If there is even a chance that we can go on the Galveston Rainforest Cafe ride, I want it.
We gotta do it.
In my mind right now, I'm imagining like a tiger-themed roller coaster that goes through the restaurant, and I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. And we drove from Dallas all the way down to San Antonio to reach Rainforest Cafe number 4. It was situated in a pretty cool location, the Riverwalk in San Antonio. We also met up with some pals here that you may know. This location was cool because it had 3 floors to it. It was really compressed into the location it was in, which was unique to this Rainforest Cafe, I believe. Everyone in the group had a fantastic time, and I was proud to say that we converted them into RFC lovers. Don't believe me? Listen to them.
They gave me a freaking light-up cup, and it was sick.
They had my name on one of the keychains. I really appreciated that.
They ran out of toilet seat covers, but they did have 2 white toilet paper.
Connor had a panic attack.
We were supposed to drive back to Austin, Texas, where we'd then leave for Houston the next morning. Unfortunately, though, the truck started being a bit louder than normal. It's not supposed to sound like that, but... So I drove the truck to the nearest Midas repair shop. If we were going to stay on schedule, the truck had to be fixed and fast. To see my broken green child hurting like this was almost too much to bear. But what was even harder to bear was what I had to deal with while I waited for it to be fixed. For some reason, at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, they decided to play Saving Private Ryan on the TV at almost full volume. I don't think you understand the fever dream of watching people's heads be blown off on the beaches of Normandy at 7:30 a.m. in a Midas waiting room like it was Good Morning America. And I watched the entirety of Saving Private Ryan. Then I stepped outside briefly to get some air and make some calls, and I come back in to see that Saving Private Ryan was playing a second time. I was in the most uniquely crafted scenario in hell. Thankfully, the truck got fixed in time, but now something within me is broken. Before we left Austin, though, we got a little peek into the rainforest by getting to meet the animals at Alveus Animal Sanctuary. I got to stroll with an emu, which is a terrifying bird that seems like it should not exist, and I made friends with the crows. They will remember me, with their 5th grader brains, as an ally to the world of crows. This is a crow.
His name's Abbott.
He's gonna remember my face. And you know, these animals sort of reminded me of all the mascots for the Rainforest Cafe. They're called the Wild Bunch, and they're all known criminals. You've got Cha-Cha, the red-eyed tree frog, a money launderer. Iggy the iguana, a thief. Nile the crocodile, arrested for drunk driving. Rio the macaw, an infamous poacher. Maya the jaguar, tax evasion. Tuki the elephant, cyberbully. Bamba the gorilla, in the can for assault and battery. And Ozzy the orangutan, weed. So we drove to Houston, Texas to visit the Katy Mills Rainforest Cafe. This Rainforest Cafe was a pretty standard mall Rainforest Cafe. Delicious and exciting meal as always. But we went to bed that night thinking of the Rainforest Cafe we had tomorrow. The #1 Rainforest Cafe in Texas, Galveston. We were greeted the next morning by the most impressive Rainforest Cafe we had seen yet. A beautifully shaped volcanic building along with a handy sign that showed us the one and only Rainforest Cafe ride. This was gonna be one for the books. This location was popping and we ate some of the most delicious general American chain restaurant food money could buy. Eddie even enjoyed a slushie with that money launderer's head on it.
I'm having the greatest lunch of my life.
Then we bought matching shirts and prepared for what could be the most electric RFC experience yet. My God.
You kidding me? Look out!
Elephant, elephant, elephant.
Do it! Gorillas! What the fuck is going on?
To say we were blown away would be an understatement. That was the greatest thing I had ever seen. I almost didn't even want to leave.
What the hell?
I mean, wow.
Wow. This lived up and I think was a little bit better than I expected.
Am I kind of turning you over to the side of the Rainforest Cafe?
Well, no. If we weren't doing this video and you said like, do you want to go to the Rainforest Cafe for like another time this month? I'd still probably say no. Is your enjoyment ramping up no matter the location, just every time we go to one? You're not tired of the safari fries for the 6th time in a row?
Here's what I'll say. I think if you just get a little bit more Rainforest Cafe, it'll click for you.
No, so the problem is that I'm having too much.
Why don't we table this for a little bit, I suppose?
We could table
Why don't
it,
we
but-
table this conversation?
Yeah, I'm not gonna change my opinion.
So we drove from Galveston all the way to celebrate our progress in New Orleans, still living off the high of that last rainforest, but there was still more to come. After breakfast in New Orleans, we began our drive to Gainesville, Florida, and oh my God, what is that? I was blessed with a vision of a mascot character advertising a gas station called Buc-ee's, and I just had to make us stop and check out what the hell was going on. I forced Eddie to push a Buc-ee's run because we'd never been to Buc-ee's before.
We were out of gas. Ted had to skip multiple gas stations to go to Buc-ee's.
This was the most massive gas station shop I had ever seen. They had everything! Some guy was chopping a brisket like it was the only thing that he had ever learned in his entire life. This beaver was running an empire under my nose the entire time, and they sold everything. They had jelly. They had jam. Is there even a market for pickled quail eggs? Even the ice was funny. 69? That's the sex number. My love for mascots. My love for theme. I just couldn't handle it!
I just feel like you're kind of a sucker for mascotted brands.
What do you mean?
On day 8, we reached the southernmost Rainforest Cafe in the United States, just outside of Miami, Florida, for our 7th visit to this magical place. Although this Rainforest Cafe wasn't the one in Florida I was most excited about, that would come when we drove back north to Orlando. Upon arriving in Orlando, we met up with our girlfriends who had just flown in. Nice to see ya. And we met up with Drew and Amanda, who would be joining us for this stop at the Disney Springs Rainforest Cafe. This Rainforest Cafe had an exterior that was an even more intense volcano building than Galveston.
I didn't know it would do that.
And the classic crocodile for this one was just hanging out next to the volcano. Walking into this Rainforest Cafe, I knew that we'd be convincing Amanda and Drew to join our RFC fan club. The atmosphere was on point. This was a pretty good one. Drew and Amanda were having so much fun that we had to take an RFC fan club family photo to savor the memory. Look at us. And since our waiter got lost in the jungle for 40 minutes to find our check, we got to spend extra time listening to elephant screams and thunder claps. Drew was practically overwhelmed with satisfaction.
What a time, Eddie. What a time.
Chrissy, if I murder him, will you vouch for me to the police?
In order to reach the second Orlando-based Rainforest Cafe, we had to venture into probably the most thematically appropriate place for one to be, which was the fucking Animal Kingdom in Disney World.
We are currently at the most exclusive Rainforest Cafe location, hidden within the confines of a transnational multimedia conglomerate. It's Animal Kingdom Rainforest Cafe. What a delight.
Really, there's a real mouthful.
But that's not the only thing that made this Rainforest Cafe special. This location is the only Rainforest Cafe in the entirety of North America to serve breakfast. That's right, we were there at 9 a.m. and we were gonna start our day with a rainforest-themed breakfast feast. This breakfast selection came with its own menu, with a slew of options somehow more ridiculous than the normal menu. Jurassic chicken tidbits? I raise you Pie of the Viper, a Mexican-style breakfast pizza. It's like they spun those 3 descriptors on a slot machine. We ended up getting the breakfast sliders. I don't know if it was because the eggs were fresh or they just put crack in them, but those sliders were good. I also got a Bloody Mary that morning at 9 a.m., but I only did it because I was trying to get something out of it. But I'll tell you what that is when I finish this trip. Of course, after leaving, the only thing that was on our minds was to go on an actual safari. We saw zebras. We saw giraffes. We saw monkeys. The only thing that would have made this better is if I had a plate full of safari fries on my lap. I was over the moon. Of course, moments like these can't last forever. So after spending the rest of our day at the Animal Kingdom, our journey would continue as we reached Nashville, Tennessee. Possibly the most out-of-the-way rainforest cafe on the entire route. We left so early in the morning that we got there before it had even opened, so we waited. It's an interesting sensation to sit in a mall at 11 a.m. and wait for a rainforest cafe to open. There was a shocking amount of people in this rainforest cafe at 11 a.m. And since this location didn't even serve breakfast, what are you here for? Brunch? At the rainforest cafe? This location is also where we learned an interesting fact about why some of the rainforest cafes get rid of the fish. They spend $3.5 million a year per location just for the fish, which is probably why this fish has been staring me down the whole time we ate. He knew he was more expensive than me and he wanted me to know it. Either way, Eddie and I were having the time of our lives. I could just tell. Eventually, it was time for us to leave Tennessee and make our way further north. We were heading to the Atlantic City Rainforest Cafe, and we were on a roll. Two rainforest rascals rolling down the open road, going to every location of a beautiful themed restaurant. Everything was going great. Nothing could stop us. That is, of course, until disaster struck us. Like lightning to an animatronic gorilla.
We've run into a bit of an issue of a caliber that may be a big problem. Very large problem, actually.
We were driving on the highway and the truck reacted really abnormally to what would be a small bump. I noticed the truck was aggressively leaning to one side, and when I checked under it, I discovered this.
That is the suspension right there. It has snapped off. As far as I know, it would be a really, really bad idea to drive this car without the shocks.
The damage was so bad we had to get the truck towed to the nearest repair shop. For now, Atlantic City had to wait. It seemed like our entire journey was being called into question. I stood there in the drizzling rain of Delaware as I watched my steed be hauled away. The rain felt like what I had experienced in a rainforest, not so unfamiliar to me now. I knew in my heart that there was a way to get this done in 3 weeks. But tonight, we had to stay in hell on earth. Newark, Delaware. This put our road trip plans in a terrible situation. Would we be able to get the truck fixed tomorrow? Or would parts not come and we'd be waiting a day or 2 days? We literally had no idea. All we could do was wait for tomorrow. We received a rainforest miracle. The truck was fixed somehow. They found parts for the truck, and we had a chance to make back the time we lost. But we'd have to go to 2 rainforest cafes in 1 day. So we raced as fast as we legally could to Atlantic City like madmen. And when we arrived at this rainforest cafe, we ordered our food and drinks and immediately asked for the check. We scarfed down mozzarella sticks like starving British orphans, and I sucked down that cheetorita like I was a dehydrated elephant at the watering hole. A quick touch to the Atlantic Ocean, and we kept going, screaming down the roads of New Jersey like our wives were in labor. There wasn't a damn thing that was gonna stop us now. And we arrived just in time to reach the Edison, New Jersey Rainforest Cafe. Oh. So we had heard stories of this rainforest cafe. It was rumored to be the lowest performing location in the country. I can summarize the state that it was in with this. The crocodile pond was devoid of water.
It looks sad.
We were joined at this lowest performing rainforest cafe with Nakey Jakey and our boy Fritz.
This is the worst location that we heard from other Rainforest Cafe employees. If you look at the sign, let's go.
Despite the flaws of this rainforest cafe, it was still a rainforest cafe. The wow factor was still there, and you could see that Jakey was having a good time. Jakey and Fritz were so inspired by this rainforest cafe that they gave us a little bit of slam poetry. Then we drove into New York City, spent some time celebrating our journey thus far with Jakey and friends, and prepared to hit the road once more because we weren't finished yet. On day 15, we reached the American Niagara Falls Rainforest Cafe. And this Rainforest Cafe is significant because I've already been to this Rainforest Cafe before. 4 years ago with my buddy Ross, it's one of the earliest videos on my channel. And I was delighted to see that it was still open. Maybe there is hope. I bought a Niagara Falls Rainforest Cafe crew neck with all my favorite criminals on it.
How do I look?
Yeah, man, it's good, I guess.
And from there, we prepared to cross the border in order to go to the last Canadian Rainforest Cafe. All we had to do was just pass through Border Patrol.
Once you have that code, then you can seek entry to Canada.
Oh.
Right now, unfortunately, you're not able to come to Canada.
We just got denied entry to Canada. We got in 5 minutes later when we filled out the right paperwork. This Canadian location was unique in that it was the only privately owned rainforest cafe. So the menu was a bit more custom than your average RFC. Even the fish population was custom, and by that, I mean they had a fucking shark. That's my favorite animal from the rainforest. Even the animatronic animals seemed a bit more lively than what we were used to. We also saw this waterfall, but not a rainforest cafe, so no reason to care, me say. We stopped at Rainforest Cafe number 15 in Detroit, Michigan. At this point, I could see the amount of rainforest cafes we had been to was weighing on Eddie. We had been to so many thus far, and it was probably impossible for him to figure out what his favorite one was. I really felt for him, because I was going through the same thing. From Detroit, we drove to Chicago, where we stayed with Eddie's mom, and on day 17, for our 16th Rainforest Cafe, we traveled from Chicago to Gurnee, Illinois to enjoy another helping of safari fries at the RFC. And this time, we were joined by Danny Gonzalez. Danny and I just clicked. He was a Rainforest Cafe lover like myself, and he might have been having a better time than I was, which is, wow. Like, he must have been a veteran too, because he knew Tracy Tree by name.
It's Tracy Tree.
It's a talking tree that's in every single gift shop of every single Rainforest Cafe, and they say the same thing every time.
Check out the wild selection of toys, gifts, and souvenirs right here in the rainforest.
The tree is a sellout.
Eddie's joy, I could tell, was more internal. He's more of a philosophical lover of the RFC. Honestly, I think it makes him kind of cool. Danny and I walked out of there with a glorious safari march, and he loved it so much that he said this.
My favorite thing about the Rainforest Cafe was the way the waiter was so nice, and he reminded me of a real rainforest cafe.
Right now, we are heading to Bloomington, Minnesota, which is the location of the second to last Rainforest Cafe and also the first Rainforest Cafe to ever have been opened. This is a very big deal for me. I can't believe that we've been blessed to go to almost every Rainforest Cafe at this point.
Blessed. Maybe words like cursed, imprisoned, spells have been cast on me.
Oh, come on, man. What are you talking about?
Wingardium Depressioso.
What are you talking about, dude? More like Wingardium Safariosa is what I'm thinking, baby.
So we set our sights on where this rainforest found its roots in the Mall of America. It was such a maze to navigate through that we made it there just an hour before closing. Lucky for us too, because I think that this was Eddie's favorite Rainforest Cafe yet.
Hello, kids. My name is Tracy Tree. Everybody loves animals. From parrots to snakes, monkeys to tropical fish. They all live with me here in the rainforest.
Are you being paid by the Rainforest Cafe?
What are you talking about?
How are you still having a good time?
We're going to every Rainforest Cafe in the United States, Eddie. That's a joy.
Parts of the road trip are fun, but then we fucking end up in another rainforest. We've been to 17 Rainforest Cafes.
And don't you feel like the luckiest person in the world?
Why would that make you feel lucky?
You got animatronic animals, safari fries. Have you tried the safari fries?
If I eat another fucking safari fry, dude, I'm dunking myself in the alligator pit. Slowly, as we continue, I'm more and more miserable. Every goddamn mall, every Mills Mall, fucking Katy Mills, Auburn
The Mills Mall are the best ones. They're the ones that bring life to a small town.
Small town, there's suburbs and major cities. It's just a boring fucking mall. I just have no idea how you continue to go to Rainforest Cafe after Rainforest Cafe with the same menu and enjoy it more and more.
Maybe it's because it's all I have.
Oh.
It's all I have. When I was a boy, I went to the Rainforest Cafe and I was a miserable little boy until I stepped through those doors and I saw the animatronic animals. I ate the safari fries. I sipped on the icy with Cha-Cha's head rested upon it like a golden idol. We're going to every single Rainforest Cafe because it's an awesome place and I don't know what I would do if it was gone.
Do you understand the toll 17 Rainforest Cafes has on your digestive system? I gotta find a moment to try and fix it.
And I gotta find a moment when you'd show me just a sliver of appreciation for this beautiful trip I'm taking you on. But no, we're gonna go to the last Rainforest Cafe, and you are going to enjoy the shit out of it, Eddie. I swear to God.
I'm going to enjoy it because it's the last one. I just want to be done with the trip. Just don't even fucking talk to me until we
And even tried the famous volcano cake. There's still a chance to save him. The most famous item at the Rainforest Cafe, the brownie sparkling volcano dessert. A giant rich chocolate brownie cake stacked up high, served warm with vanilla ice cream, creamy whipped topping, caramel, and chocolate sauces. It was my only shot to instill the glory of the rainforest inside young Burback's heart. And what a perfect city for our last Rainforest Cafe, Las Vegas. Nothing bad has ever happened in this city, and everyone leaves wealthy emotionally, I think. We arrived in Las Vegas, and I had the fire of ambition in my heart. Once Eddie knew that all he had to eat was that volcano, I could see the sparkle of joy in his eyes. And I was surprised too. He was being such a meanie 1,712 miles ago. Approaching this final Rainforest Cafe, we were filled with passion. And so we entered that rainforest. We ordered that volcano, and there it was, in all its glory. All it took was one bite, and I knew Eddie's mind had changed. I could see it in his eyes. We had completed our task and gone to every single Rainforest Cafe in North America. And Eddie was a bigger Rainforest Cafe fan than ever. Look how happy it is. There's no other reason why he could be happy right now. We gazed out onto the bright cityscape of our final stop, and we almost couldn't believe it. Ontario Mills, Galveston, Texas, Bloomington, Minnesota, Niagara Falls. We had done them all. We were true heroes. And what did I have to show for it, you may be asking? Well, every Rainforest Cafe gives you a free souvenir cup every time you buy a specific type of drink. So now, ladies and gentlemen, I have a souvenir cup from every single Rainforest Cafe in the country. Guinness Book of World Records, your move.
Cereal. It's the world's oldest breakfast food and the one with the richest history. For those of you who are cereal connoisseurs, you may remember the cereal battle of 1835. I know that your great-grandfather...
Yeah, he died in that.
Yes, he
Thanks
died.
for dredging that up.
But one of the interesting things about cereal, we always use it with milk.
I'll tell you why. Because Big Milk has a grip on the economy.
The motherfucking suits it, Big Milk.
And they've told us that it's not even acceptable, not even socially acceptable to drink milk with anything else.
They've got the blue-collar worker by their balls, and they're squeezing it for all the milk they can get. Even though I'm the milkman, Schlatt and I are a little bit unconvinced that milk is the only option when it comes to consuming cereal. So right now, Schlatt and I we're gonna head off to the supermarket and acquire a plethora of various liquids that we will now be trying with cereal. Schlatt? I will tell your mother.
Regular Cheerios are fine, but they kind of make you want to kill yourself.
We need something with a mascot that reminds you of Jerry Seinfeld. So we're going to begin with our first liquid of the day, milk.
El Clasico.
Just a tiny bit.
Just a smidge. That's pleasant.
It's pleasant, it's nice, it sits in the mouth well, the flavor gets in the milk. It's hard to deny the boys at Big Milk.
They could have chose something a lot worse.
They could have chose, piss. I don't know how successful that would have been. I personally don't really think that lactose intolerance exists.
Just power through it.
Just do it. What, you're gonna have some diarrhea later? Everybody poops.
Sack up.
Next up in our series of liquids, we've got water. I've heard that people do use water.
My mom uses water.
As a cereal, a cereal base?
She'll put water in her Frosted Flakes because it moistens it. This one relies heavily on the base cereal.
Yeah, it does.
I could do it. I wouldn't want to, though.
It's honestly not that bad.
The water also turns brown, which is fucking disgusting.
There's some view of the brown water.
It's like the LA tap water.
That's just, okay, what would you rate water?
Out of 10?
Oh yeah.
Maybe a 5.
Yeah, like a 5.5. Okay.
Oh, you're going decimals on me.
Yeah.
You think you're fucking smart.
Next up, an interesting change in course. A Jose Cuervo margarita.
I'm gonna like this. He is weak-minded. He just follows everything I say.
This is my fucking channel, all right? Don't let me get... You want me to get the big guy? We're moving on. Get your fucking cereal.
We've got Capri Sun next.
Dude, that is like a squirrel pissing. Does it work? Let's find out. Same thing as apple juice.
Yeah.
It doesn't have the creaminess of the milk. That's what's missing from this whole situation. And I feel like it's been years since I've had that feeling.
You know what that is?
What
That's
is that?
big milk. He's got you by the balls and he's milking you.
And he's twisted.
He's twisting you. He's giving you that CBT, that sweet, sweet, juicy hot cocksucker. I'll give this one a 6.
I'm gonna give it a 5.9. We're moving on from the juice section of this review of various liquids. Maybe you could have this in the morning. Coffee. This is a cold brew black coffee. There's a very small amount of people in the world, a very small percentage of people in the world, I think, that like black coffee. And having it with cereal, I don't know if that's going to be necessarily an improvement.
No.
It's like staring into the depths of hell. Ooh, it smells
good.
good. It smells good.
good.
Oh.
Oh.
It had a good start. It had a good start.
It felt good going in. I was surprised.
I was like, oh man, this is gonna be, oh no. And all of the bitterness hit you at once.
But it still is just black coffee, which sucks. I will give that a 3.
Yeah, I'm gonna, I'm gonna give this like a 3.5. We have now entered what I like to call the danger section of the video. On this side was the intro drinks. Besides the margarita, I don't think we had anything really crazy going on there. But now we're sort of entered into the chaos zone. Are you moaning while you... How do you feel about this upcoming one?
Sexy. No, never mind. It's Coca-Cola, ladies and gentlemen.
It's Coca-Cola. We're going to be having cereal with Coca-Cola. Oh, no.
Okay. Holy shit. That's weird looking. Bombs away.
Bombs away.
God. No.
The fizziness should not be going on while you're crunching.
No. When you have things to eat, there shouldn't be bubbles.
Yeah. That's a fucking 2 out of 10 for me.
I'll give that a 3. It sucked going in, but towards the end it got a little better.
It's olive oil, guys. We're doing olive oil. Anything you want to say to the people at home?
It's highly caloric.
Is it?
1 tablespoon is 130 calories. That's because you cook things with it, and it enhances the flavor once it's sizzled into the food.
Oh no!
Yeah.
Just the essence of it.
Just
is all
the
you
essence
need.
of it.
I don't think I've ever had a tablespoon on its own.
No. Red Bull. Ted, you ever wanted to fly?
I've always wanted to fly.
Really? You don't even need to drink Red Bull to fly.
Oh yeah?
You just walk outside into Los Angeles, go down fucking Hollywood Boulevard, and get some homeless person to shoot a fucking needle in your arm. Then you're flying. What you know about
rolling down?
It looks like motor oil.
It does look like motor oil. Cheers to getting high. Oh, no.
I just think I don't like Red Bull.
Red Bull has a very specific type of flavor.
It's not good. It is not the fucking war crime that
olive oil was. Yeah. I give it a 3.5.
I give it a 4.
Really?
Yeah, it's not too bad.
Wow, okay. Of course, we've got this energy drink here, but you know what else other energy drink exists? Schlatt?
What?
Bang! Bang Energy
Bang.
is the next thing we're drinking.
Ted, we're almost done.
Shut your fucking mouth. This is the Sour Heads flavor. I'm a bit of a sour head.
Oh yeah?
I had no follow-up joke
You
to
got
that.
a big head, that's for sure.
Oh, that's so fucking mean.
It's not good, but it's not terrible.
No, it's not good.
You don't like it that much?
No, I fucking hate that. I think it at a base level, I think I just don't like Bang. No!
Bang! 5.
Five? A 5?
I like it.
I'd give this a 3. Definitely worse than the Red Bull. I don't know what I gave the Red Bull. Next up, we've got the Essence of Water, Raz Cranberry LaCroix.
LaCroix sucks. LaCroix doesn't taste good. This is not as bad as many of the other drinks we've had. 4.5, fuck LaCroix.
Frat bros of the world. Today's your day to shine, my friends.
It's time, boys, because today we're drinking Natty Light.
My dad's a big lawyer, and he's gonna get you for beating me up, Trend.
Trend?
Trend.
Trend?
His name is Trend.
He was beaten up by a guy named Trend?
Yeah, because his name is...
Bertram.
Yeah.
Bertram.
Yeah. Putting beer in cereal. Oh.
I like that. That's a sin. I'm going bombs away on this.
I dare you to chug it.
What do I get? I want to chug it. I want to chug it.
2 crisp $20 bills. $40.
I'm fucking rich, Ted. I don't need 2 crisp $20
I'm a
bills.
businessman.
I'm rich.
Cha-ching.
Mommy. Mommy. Mommy.
Oh my God. 2 crisp 20s, baby, ladies and gentlemen.
I can't do it.
You can't do it? Yeah, wash it with water. If swallowed, drink a glass full of water. Here we go. This is the final one, Schlatt, for all the marbles.
It smells pleasant.
Oh no, it's a mixture between thick water, but it's not edible. It's not edible. Why are we doing this? Are you gonna swallow this?
It's cereal. But you have to swallow it.
It's literal soap.
How are you not going to swallow it? How are you going to know what it tastes like? I actually picked this because I knew I'd be better at it than you. The amount of times I've said bad words in front of my mommy, and she took me to the sink and put a bar of Dial in my mouth. She called it cleaning my mouth out because some dirty words were in it.
Holy fucking shit. All right.
Well, you can't actually swallow that. That's not swallow. I was confident, like, until 5 seconds in. Ah! Ah! Fuck!
I actually thought you were gonna swallow. I thought you were.
I was ready to.
Yeah.
I was ready to until I realized, oh, this will be physically impossible. Like, I subconsciously rejected it. 6 out of 10.
That's a little low in my opinion. I'd probably give it a 7 out of 10.
And thanks for watching.
Thanks so much, ladies and germs, for watching this video. If you liked me and Schlatt interacting in this video, then you may like the Chuckle Sandwich Podcast, which is a podcast we have together with our buddy Charlie Slimesicle that is available on Spotify and on the Chuckle Sandwich YouTube channel. Like the video. Peace out.
Bye.
Hey folks, just letting you know that this video is sponsored by NordVPN. If you haven't heard of NordVPN, perhaps you've been living under a rock, because NordVPN is the premier VPN service that is gosh darn criminally easy to use, my guy. You may be asking yourself, well Ted, what's a VPN? What's in it for me? Show me the goods. Well, calm down for a second, let me tell you. VPN stands for Virtual Private Network. It's a service that protects your internet connection and privacy online. It creates an encrypted tunnel for your data and protects your online identity by hiding your IP address, and it allows you to use public Wi-Fi hotspots safely. NordVPN is available on every major platform. We're talking Windows, we're talking Android, we're talking iOS, we're talking Mac OS, and we're talking Linux. Even your Android TV supports NordVPN. Thank you very much. NordVPN encrypts all of your traffic so your internet provider can't slow down your streaming speed. Because if I'm gonna watch 150 episodes of Naruto without stopping, I'm gonna do it without bandwidth throttling. Get that out of here! If you're interested in getting NordVPN for yourself, then you can go to nordvpn.com/Nivison and use the code Nivison. Thanks to NordVPN for sponsoring this video, and have a fantastic day. 2020, what a year, right? This year has been absolutely crazy for me. At about this time last year, we were at about 200,000 subscribers. At this point this year, we're at about 700,000. It's practically impossible for me to mentally conceptualize how large that number is. And I know every YouTuber and their brother's mom says this, but I seriously am eternally grateful for you guys choosing each as individuals to subscribe to this channel. As I did last year, I decided to pull together a collection of my work all across the internet. We've got my main channel here, we've got my second channel where I post gaming videos, which you should check out, and all of the appearances that I've made in some of my friends' videos and just pretty much anywhere else on the internet. I really hope you guys enjoy this as much as I enjoy doing this literal insanity as my job. And if I don't see ya, have a wonderful New Year's.
You want some milk? I see you.
don't think you're hiding from me.
Some of you may be wondering, Ted, what the hell?
Hello?
You're not supposed to kill people in the open, Ted.
I didn't kill anyone in the open.
Batman! Hey, Batman! The hell's going on, man? You haven't been drinking milk.
I don't drink milk.
You don't drink milk? Are you sure?
Oh yeah, all right. I drink milk now. Thank you so much.
I'm gonna be honest, I saw Ted vent.
What?
What happened?
What should I call this recipe? I feel like this is a recipe that no one's ever done before. I call it the garden party. Ted's fancy garden party.
I am the milkman. I'm not here to ask for any money. I'm just here to spread the gospel of the milk.
I'd say that's observed.
Yeah, that's observed.
Okay. That looks great. That looks like, I couldn't even tell you what that looks like. That looks like looks like an alien.
Hello, I've been seeing you all drinking water. Aquafina, that expensive water you get at the movies. What's that about? Say lion. I'm a lion. Yeah! Excuse me. Do you like milk? Damn it! Look out!
I thought that was real.
Fuck you. If there were no legal repercussions, would you kick a baby?
I might. You need to stop. You need to stop. You need to
Hold his hand. Hold his hand. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. He's scared. You're being loud. You're being loud. He's scared. He's scared.
Sir?
No! Oh my God!
That's pretty freaking cool.
This looks awesome. Look at that. Here we go. Time to try it out. That tastes like a cake. A little crunchy on the outside, I'll admit.
Spell iCup, Ted.
I-C-U-P.
That was disappointing. That was just, it didn't have the magic.
I-C-U-P.
It's kind of gross, really. It's kind of, I wish you would back up a little bit.
Whole milk's my number 1 milk, but oat milk is my number 2 milk.
Rearrange your milk.
Hey, man. Hey. Oh. Hey.
So the way that this game works is that you can choose a bunch of people. Who I'm really interested in is my friend Davy Green. He's got 3 traits. One of them is he is frail, he is doomed, and he has low mobility. This guy literally has no value to DedSec. I want him because he's been identified as an Albion war criminal. Look at the way that he walks. He waddles like a fucking penguin. You want a piece of me? Huh, buckaroo? Huh?
We found the elephant, so that's unfortunate to say that we were too late. I don't know what he's gonna say.
Oh, God.
Okay, Ted. You're on a tropical island. William, he is a shop owner, and you are someone who's constantly terrified that the mailman is going to bring your mail to you in the shop. Go.
Walks in the shop. Hey,
how's
what's? Hey, does
you
it feel
doing?
a little? What's that? Does it smell like stamps in here? What's going on?
It's really hot. I'm gonna take my shirt off.
You know how many good vitamins are in milk? This guy knows. A lot of potassium in milk. Have you ever heard of a banana? We gotta be drinking milk, guys. Seriously. I don't care if it could be whole, skim, could be oat milk. Oat milk's pretty good. Remember that.
Dearest elephant, I beseech you, should we not fall into this war between species without a proper dictation of war first, say you? Are you eating while I'm giving this formal speech? To you too.
He's just eating his Panera bread. Let's go, guys.
All right, so you're an adventurer. You're an adventurer, and Ted is a guy who's afraid of the mailman bringing his mail.
I fucking hate the mailman. He better not bring the fucking mail.
It's okay.
I'm so
Wait,
scared.
you wanna escape civilization and go on an adventure where there's no mailmen?
Civilization means United States Postal Service, so get me the fuck out of here.
Ludwig, you're the mailman, and you just arrived.
Hey!
What?
Hey, Ted!
What? He knows my name.
I got mail for you!
Of course he does. Let's go to the jungle quickly.
No, you shut it. Who's this adventurer guy?
It better not be. You put that mail up your ass, mailman. Better not
not be from the IRS.
Oh, I'm sorry. I make $8.25 a fucking hour. I've worked here 17 years. Federal minimum wage has not changed. I've had a 75-cent raise in that time, and you're gonna tell me to shove it up my
Do you
fucking
understand
ass?
how stupid that vehicle looks you drive around in? It looks like a fucking clown car.
I've had to follow you in an adventurer into the goddamn jungle! And you know the USPS legally has to get it to you, even if it's a net loss. I have to do it. So just
You'll never catch up. We're too good at adventuring.
You see the juice? I like it. Where's the cookie?
I'm the milkman. You're the cookie monster. Where's the cookies? I should be asking you.
Oh, I forget it in my house, the cookies.
I'm the milkman. You're the cookie monster. You know, we're supposed to be working together here, and you're not holding your end of the bargain here.
Oh my God.
Everyone tells me I should be a voice actor. So, you know, I'm
Shut the fuck up. No one says that.
Person's against the concept that people have told me in the past that I could be a voice actor. Aggressively so. Yeah! Oh, yeah? Guess what? I like Gouda. Jesus. I guess you don't need this anymore, right?
I guess you're just gonna hurt yourself.
Hear my plea, for I have a proposition for you. Stop taking such huge shits. No? Well, I tried to be formal about it.
I got lots of things in my belly, and I'm gonna show you how I do it. That was me. Back. Now I'm flying, and I've got fire.
Oh, he's so old.
What up, we're Dude Peculiar. Today we're gonna be doing the best Healy tricks. We're kind of an advanced group here. Yeah? Yeah. Whiskey on the rocks, thank you very much.
3, 2, 1.
I got a big line.
Damn it. That's me.
I got a big line theme.
Hey, lady.
Yeah?
You know what I got between this bread? Nothing.
What?
That's right. Bread sandwich.
Is that a bread sandwich?
Ah, my bread sandwich!
I've heard legends, but only those.
I can smell bread from a million miles away.
And
I'm the
so
bread
can my dog.
bread dog.
My ass dog who smells bread from a...
I hate red ass dogs. I'm hoping that this tastes like a real unicorn. What I'm thinking, at least for the topping of this cereal, is that somebody murdered a unicorn and they took its horn and they took a cheese grater and they sort of just went...
Yo, this got real dark real quick.
The loops give it a little bit more airiness to it.
I'm getting a little bit of an Asian flavor.
Umami?
Yeah.
Finally, I have the coordinates to all the nuclear missile silos.
Do.
I just need the last one. Give it to me. What is it?
Mama, I shit my pants. As the legends tell, unicorns are from the northern parts of Thailand. Everyone knows that.
I don't know.
Get out of the street!
Jesus Christ.
It's like chewing gravel. The mouthfeel is not a feel at all, it's a fight.
Yeah.
And there's an aftertaste with them too. It's like, what's going on there? What's up? What? Hello, aftertaste. Get out of my face, aftertaste. Hey, have you guys been here before?
I've not been here.
No, this is the first time. Okay, well, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen while you're here?
That's a strangely ominous thing to say.
Easy, buy me a drink first, buddy. Damn. I don't know if you think these are like athletic type pants or like.
See ya, boy.
Did I get my jumps?
I had like 2 packs of extra spearmint in there.
Sour Patch Kids cereal. About the same size as real Sour Patch Kids. They literally... What the fuck? What the fuck? No way!
Cut it!
They literally put sour sugar on the fucking cereal. I can't believe that they actually did that.
That's so bad. That's the worst cereal I've ever had.
What are we doing here, Ted?
We're beating the meat.
That's what I like to hear.
Oh, Carson, what are you doing here? Why are you putting that mask on? Oh! Hey!
Newsflash, you're getting robbed.
Okay.
The Prodigy, a movie in which all known laws of physics determined must not exist, and yet here we are.
You are quite the prodigy.
I see what you did there. That's the name of the film. I'm a big fan of the animating of the panda's mouth.
You learn faster than all of my students.
It does not look like anything from my nightmares at all. It's really good.
I'm here to show you how to get the angels, 1, 2, in the sky, how to get them into your spirit, all right? First you gotta take your hands, put them like this. Can you put them like this, please, sir? Sir, you paid $150 for the session, and you're just sitting there looking kind of like an ass, if I'm being honest, and I'm putting that all on the line. Thank you. Thank you. Well, this is an empty room. What the hell are you doing here? There's nothing here, dude. We're trying to rob your place. What's this all about? You've got literally nothing here. What the heck is this? Hey, you like this pop figure, huh?
Nothing, not doofus. That's my collectible doofus. No, you're missing doofus.
I think the only thing left to do is throw you out the window.
So we get a scene of Gwyneth Paltrow trying to seduce Prince Po by doing this fucking dance. Then she tries to spoon feed him love potion, and then he literally refuses it like a baby with medicine, which is hilarious.
I won't eat your poison.
I won't eat your poison, Gwyneth Paltrow.
Come on, angels, come on down. Looking for your spirit in the town.
I'm not gonna do that.
Okay, it's kind of weird, but I actually think that you came to me for this session. So can you fucking cut me a break here, please? What do you want? You want a novel? Write a novel. Write a novel, asshole.
I'm not gonna write a novel.
What do we got? Oh, Michael Reeves tasers. Wait, did you hear that? Someone's coming. Someone's coming.
Where the fuck they go?
Michael Reeves, we've come to tase you.
I'm gonna tase you in the ass!
Did you find any reviews from the Ma National Park?
The what?
You don't know Ma National Park?
What is the Ma National Park, Schlatt?
Does Aaron run any of these national parks?
Aaron who?
Aaron these nuts out.
Welcome to the trash zone. Carson, that's you. Who are you to think that you are the coolest guy around town, because you're not. You smell like a thought. Whoops, that's you. Sorry.
Something I haven't done that I would love to do is a
what?
a gangbang.
TwitchCon 2019 2020, baby!
Okay. I'm open to it.
Climbing here will make you die. Park is death. Joshua Tree death count. People keep finding bodies in Joshua Tree.
What? What?
You okay?
These were my top 5 artists.
Yeah, Spotify Wrapped. It's
I listened to this podcast, 5 of their episodes in one day. I had no idea. No idea.
sounds like an incredibly unhealthy habit. I mean, to be honest, but
let's just like take everything they have, right?
Hey!
I swear to God, I saw Jesus in the water. 1 star.
I don't think he was there.
How do you know?
Because you wouldn't see Jesus in the water. You'd see him on top.
And he didn't like swimming, so he walked on top of the water.
Wait, back up. You're saying that the reason why Jesus walked on water was because he didn't like the water? Hurry up. Jesus Christ, dude. All I have is whiskey. Okay? I'm gonna give you a whiskey on the rocks with ice cubes falling out. That's not right. Well, I have no idea what that is.
Here, you got anything cool in the kitchen?
There's not a damn thing in that fridge.
Yeah, just grab that. I'll honestly just get the corn dogs. Yeah.
Is that enough for you? Yeah. You like hats?
Yeah. Oh, hello. You scared the shit out of me. How did you get into my home? Wow, it's no matter. I'm just reading up on the world of shamanism while enjoying a nice warm glass of milk.
All right, here we go. Granny's coming. I'm so close. Granny, go forward. Oh, fuck! Huh? Son of a bitch! Use your fucking life alert or something! God damn it!
You're not gonna do anything swinging like that.
Well, you're not doing anything either.
No, you're not doing anything.
You see, milk is a complete food, which means it has all the nutrients that we would need to survive off of it exclusively. Meaning that I could start a country where everyone would have to drink milk as the only food, and I wouldn't incur any human rights violations. That's a win in my book.
What up, gamers? Welcome to Bon Apple Minecraft. That doesn't make any sense.
I can't get enough of it.
Oh my gosh. What game?
I can't get enough of it.
Oh, yeah?
I can't get enough of it, Doc.
All right.
I need more filth!
I can't take this shit.
The first real milk industry tycoon was none other than American colonist Shimshaw Creamtime. And okay, I know, ridiculous name, but everyone had ridiculous names back then, and don't you fucking dare Google that, you listen to me. He ran a farm based in Utica, New York, and one day he discovered that one of his cows was actually the largest cow ever recorded in history. A mega cow, one might say. Its name was Charles. Now, Charles was able to produce more milk than the cumulative output of every other cow on Shimshaw's farm, and also every other cow in the county. With all this extra profit from milk sales, Creamtime was able to purchase all of the surrounding farms in the area to make one new dairy company under the name Creamtime's Creamtime. Bad name, I know, but I don't write the history here.
Ted, I got here as fast as I could. My hearts are low and my hunger is empty. I don't know what to do. I'm playing on hardcore, Ted.
Well, I got the perfect solution for you, Charlie. Check this out. I'm going to show you how to make a golden apple. So first things first, you put an apple in the middle. Then you take a piece of gold.
Oh, God.
Hello, and welcome back to What the Fuck is Wrong with You with Dr. Ted. I'm Dr. Ted, and I'm going to figure out what the fuck is wrong with these patients. Come on in. Hi, welcome. Please take a seat. What's going on with you today? Well, you're kind of ugly. Is that the problem? The cows use their advanced intelligence to hack into Russian missile silos. You know, nuclear war would be now a possibility here, okay? Overall, an event second only to the Cuban Missile Crisis. So pretty good for cows cause quite a problem.
So now that we've got everything right here on the...
I'm looking at it through my camera, and I think you might need one more stick of butter.
You know, Schlatt, you're dead wrong.
When I walked in, you called me ugly.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
I'm used to it, right?
Right.
Because I got a cat.
Oh.
I don't know if you can see him, but there he is, right there. Right there.
Okay, yeah. That's a...
He can't... Do you see his face?
Yeah, he's pretty terrifying.
He is.
Well, here's the thing. What was your name again?
Schlag.
Okay, Schlag. Welcome to the nut zone. I said it. I said it. It's too late. It's out there. It's in the world. Ow. Fuck.
Don't do it with one finger. You're gonna hurt your finger. God damn it.
Essentially what you need to do when you make the golden apple is you go like this. So here you have it, folks, a golden apple.
I'm gonna live!
You need to bite it all the way.
Oh, no!
That's not how you bite a golden apple. Let me show you.
No, please, no! Oh.
Look at me. Look at me.
It's just chaos in the kitchen. That's my brand.
I can't knock the cat for calling you ugly because at the end of the day, that's just true. What I can suggest to you is that maybe you just stop feeding your cat.
Get the fuck out of my office.
Get out!
All right, we're gonna try making peanut butter with just this. I don't know how much I need. Damn it. I don't know if this is working or not. Time to put this beef in the furnace. And here we have it, folks, the steak. Tastes pretty good.
Oh, God. I'm here because I have a problem.
Oh, yeah? What's your problem? What's your name, actually?
Yeah, so my name is Charlie.
All right. That reminds me of the chocolate factory.
Oh.
Oh, now that is creamy peanut butter. Arrivederci, as they say.
Homemade.
We just made this.
Our first homemade peanut butter ever, and it looks like a dog's diarrhea. Ted, that's rotten flesh. Ted, you're eating rotten flesh. No, he's quick. I can't look at myself every day in the mirror.
Okay.
In fact, I can't look at anyone in the mirror.
Are you...
In fact, I can't look at mirrors. Oh my God, what's on your face? What's on your face?
Pair of glasses.
Take them off. Take them off. The light is...
I think that this is macadamia butter. Oh.
Fuck you, macadamia.
Oh. Oh, no. It tastes like all the worst parts of a salad.
Fuck that.
So what you use the carrot on the stick for is you get a... Okay.
Carrot smash! Stop the carrot. No more carrot smash. No more. More carrot.
So are you afraid of reflection? Is that what's going on here?
I don't want to think about it, Ted.
You don't want to think about reflections?
Because then I'd have to reflect on it.
I think that we solved his issue by just completely ignoring it.
Wait, Ted.
Go fuck yourself. I'm talking.
Ted, I can't see anything anymore. Oh my God, I took off my glasses. I can't see reflections because I can't see anything.
I have my own show.
Oh my God, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. Come on, please.
Don't touch me.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Okay.
I appreciate it.
I've got the highest hopes for almond butter, okay?
Do you know?
I do. He told me I was wrong. He told me why I was a fool for thinking that I could make almond butter, but I prevailed. For I present to you, Harrison, almond butter.
He used the peanut oil.
Shut up. So we've got some wheat here. Try the cookie.
Good?
Very cool. Tastes like cocoa. So that's cookies.
All right, let's bring our next patient in.
Pleasure to be here, doctor. My name's Noah.
Noah, like the Ark. Okay. So what's going on, Noah?
Fucking A, mate.
Uh-oh.
Ever since we went to Australia, I've been stuck.
Okay, so...
I can't stop pounding VBs.
Does a very strange Australian accent.
I can't stop speaking Australian.
Oh, okay.
Surely.
All right.
These 7 butters will be combined into the ultimate nut butter.
What flavor is gonna prevail?
It's everything.
It's a motherfucking nut.
I couldn't identify which one comes through if I tried.
I'm pissed off.
It's exactly the same.
We had to put them in cupcake things because we didn't have a fucking cake pan. It looks like it actually cooked and also rose. So.
Oh my fucking God! It looks like you got a couple
You can
crunchers
literally
there.
see the fucking eggshells.
It looks like a mosaic. That's not good.
Here we go.
So why don't you break down all the problems that you've experienced up until today, right?
Went to Australia.
Right.
Went camping.
Fuck.
Pounded a couple VBs.
Fucking awesome.
Came back to the States.
Delicious.
Cannot stop speaking Australian.
So, try not to.
Ripper that one.
Ripper.
Ripper,
Try
mate.
to say it in American.
Ripper.
Right.
I'm cured, Doc.
Yeah.
I'm cured, thank you.
I'll come back to American right now. Right now.
How you doing, Doc?
All right, so this is a problem. Pirates are made to make pizza. We've been making pizza for thousands of years. Have you ever heard of Jack Sparrow? Yeah, well, screw that guy.
All right, so after eating that eggshell cake...
Whoa, Cooper, are you okay? I got you a health potion.
No.
I got you a potion so you feel better. Here, go ahead. It was a poison potion! Uh-oh, you're gonna start ticking any second now.
Cooper, no!
Yeah, that's right.
I've got milk!
Enjoy, drink more! Yeah!
All better. Oh, I can't fucking speak. Stop speaking in those fucking Australian. What the fuck?
It's not funny now, is it?
You think you can keep me an Australian, do you? Fucking Satan. You think you can... All right, sweet. So I'm back to American now. Don't fucking put. He's dead. He's dead. He's dead. No, okay. Can we fucking fire this guy, please? You guys should be impressed in the first place that I have a mixer, okay? This hook does not do very much work on holding something still. Oh, hey guys, what's up?
Let's paint TV.
Dude, he painted the election map.
Look at fucking
Anything
Texas.
they
Holy
want,
shit.
even though
Holy shit. Like that
is not Texas.
Okay, keep it coming, guys.
Oh my god, he's on a fucking treadmill.
This is the perfect demonstration of a man unhinged.
I think he's completely hinged, Ted. Maybe he knows something we don't, Ted. You ever think about that?
Yeah, I mean, maybe he knows how to make meth.
How do I open this? Come on. No. How to do first aid whilst pirate. This is probably going worse than any video I have ever done.
Even Audi is sexier than my schoolgirls. Oh no. Oh no. You know, as a rule of thumb, when I'm making a motivational quote, I'm not exactly looking to compare cars to underage girls.
Welcome everybody.
Wait, what?
What? Is he still on the fucking treadmill?
Here's a question for you guys.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's the most chilling out of anything is, what is he running from?
Nothing. He's not going anywhere.
Bro, that's a treadmill, Ted. You dumbass.
All right, well, it was good hanging out with you guys.
This is how I will chop the food. I'm glad I started with the onions.
Ah, fuck. Here's a really important motivational quote. Dad, what's sleep? I don't know, son. We're hustlers. While you were off sleeping, I was busy putting my life savings into an index fund, bitch.
It's absolutely horrifying.
Why would it need glasses? Listen, I thought that mask was...
God damn it. I have to skin all of these tomatoes.
What's up, Theodore Roosevelt?
William, how do you peel your tomatoes?
Okay, how are you? I don't understand how you peeling them.
I'm using a good grip peeler, pro swivel peeler.
Like a potato peeler?
Yeah? Is that what I'm supposed to?
Potato peeler to try to peel tomatoes.
William, I gotta go.
Maturity is when you realize your goals are more important than love. Screw love, don't need it. It's just chemicals in the brain, dude. Endorphins don't make you money, bro. You can achieve anything with the right partner.
Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
As you already know, we're under attack.
We are?
I drew a map here. How much ammo do you have?
How much do you have, Ted?
I got a little, okay.
That should be good enough.
Where'd he go?
I mean, it looks like a nightmare. Let's be honest with ourselves. It looks like a nightmare. This is a very edible product, and I haven't eaten food in 8 hours. This is like a message from God for me.
Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present. The best thing about this quote is that it's not from the Joker, it's from Master Oogway from Kung Fu Panda. He's the one who said this. Why did they take this quote and put it in front of the Joker?
Oh my. Wow, he is really filling up that map.
Well, you don't have to rub it like that.
Texas has 300.
Holy shit, dude.
Holy shit. This is a big job.
Good luck, man.
I mean, it's all up to you, Ted.
It's a good thing we have enough ammo.
I said I had enough ammo before.
You've got enough ammo.
I don't think I could animate a pair of birds that badly, even if I tried.
We're here on the streets trying to figure out if people know a dang thing about business motivation. This is my social distance stick. I am just a mirror for you. If you are good, I'm good. If you are bad, I'm worst.
Daddy's home.
Oh
my God.
Oh my God. I can't choose.
Oh my fucking God.
Yeah, Colin. Champion being overrated. Fucking slag.
Next up is this, like, anti-cat scene where it intros with this shot. Like, the editor really just could not be fucked to include more than one bell jingle. Oh! That was close. I almost got killed by a Nazi. What would you rate that game? Wow, a lot of 10s. Almost 50% of you are making a 10. You guys are a bunch of pieces of shit. Honestly, if you guys are voting a 10, then you're sort of voting for Nazis. I'm just saying.
Here we go.
No! I don't have a nose that bangs down like that. It doesn't do that.
Slag, dude.
I've been referring to you every now and then by schlag for like years at this point.
I fucking know you have. I've never understood why either.
I don't know what the fuck is wrong with the sound designer for this film, but he decided that whenever the crocodiles closed their mouths, he was going to use the same punching sound every single time they closed their mouths. The sound designer is a goddamn madman. He's out of control. I have no doubt in my mind at this point that he is a war criminal. I had my suspicions before, but now I'm definitely sure this man needs to be in prison. I sort of wish that I could blow some shit up or something. Can I drift? Nope, I can't.
What the fuck?
Oh my God! I would never cuddle with our schlag.
I have a cock on my nose, bro.
Had one again.
Oh my God, Ted. Ted.
I get the munchies. I get the munchies pretty hard. I smoke a little bit of the marijuana, and then I say, oh, I'm going to eat an entire sleeve of club crackers with no cheese because gluttony. I see a nerd's rope, and my munchie brain is like, oh. So I finish the nerd's rope. One of the Misfits guys says, Ted, don't eat those. Those are edibles. Sorry, I must have heard you wrong. Scoozy?
Waka Bamboo is my battle scream. I'm sexy, beautiful. Call me Jimmy Neutron Sheen. I hear the beat. I come out fucking. See my big sheen cock? Holy shit.
The largest edible I'd had up until this point in my life was 20 milligrams. So of course I ask, are you sure? One of the guys walks over to the counter and picks up the package of the Nerds Rope, and with the most you are fucked face I've ever seen in a person, he says, it's actually 400 milligrams.
You should just go home and get in your Toyota Corolla. Took a pic of my boner in public, should be in the MoMA. I can read you like a book, like The Art of War. But you don't even read, you stupid
You crossed a line there, Ted. You crossed a line there.
Schlatt decided to use a fucking handheld massager on me.
You're a criminal for trying to do this shit to me right now. That's gonna turn me into like another
Ted, if you please.
organism.
If you please.
Is that the video?
It sounds like you want to be done, so.
What? Why do most video game movies suck? As someone that would consider themselves to be part of the gamer community, also known as someone that knows all of the words to the Donkey Kong rap from Donkey Kong 64,
Okay.
I think I'd be speaking to the choir here when I talk about the collective groan that the internet lets out when a studio announces another film adaptation of a video game IP. God, Chris Pratt's behind me, isn't he?
Hello!
Don't get me wrong, I love films, and I love video games. Pong, great game, spend like an hour on the final boss. But for some reason, when those two things are combined, it just kind of becomes like, like a poo vending machine. But why does this happen? Who's to blame here? It's not like film adaptations have never been done before. J.K. Rowling is looking like Scrooge McDuck with how much goddamn money she's making off the Harry Potter series, and she proves that by being an absolute nutcase on Twitter. They even made a film adaptation about Legos, which are plastic blocks, and also the most dangerous thing to exist on a carpet besides Vietnam-era punji sticks. So why do these video game adaptations fail almost specifically? I've been thinking about this a little bit, and I want to try to explain what I think. I'm not just going to be talking about exclusively terrible video game movies, because I think that they've actually been getting better. I created this graph here that averages out the audience rating of video game movies on Rotten Tomatoes for every year that one or more came out, and it seems like they're improving. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you guys two awful little stinky video game movies that show what not to do, and then I'm going to talk about one of the wins that we had in recent years and what I feel like studios should be doing. So let's start off by talking about the Mario movie, and by that I mean the one from 1993.
Okay.
Something changed on May 28th, 1993. The live-action Super Mario Bros. Movie was released. And let me tell you, it did not look like this. It looked like this. Oh. Oh no. And it did not go well. It grossed about $20 million in the box office, about half of what was spent to make it. And if studio executives weren't already worried about how well a video game movie adaptation would fare in comparison to something like a book, for instance, they would soon learn. A month later, with the release of Jurassic Park. This was the very first Hollywood movie that was based on a video game property, and it really set the tone for how things would be going in the future. So allow me to give you a short summary of this movie. Hang on tight. The movie starts off with giving some lore from 65 million years ago, where a meteoroid crashes into the Earth, killing off the dinosaurs and also splitting the universe into two parallel dimensions. Now, I don't know how many alternate dimensions were created on the moon, but based on the craters, there's probably a lot. The dinosaurs that survived crossed into this new dimension and evolved into a humanoid race and founded the city of Dino Hatton. Then we see some lore from 20 years ago where a woman leaves a big ol' fucking egg along with a rock at a Catholic orphanage. As she tries to leave, President Koopa, who is the equivalent of what you would know as Bowser, catches her and demands to know the location of the rock.
Where's the rock?
The lady dies from some rocks falling on her, and the egg hatches and it's got a baby inside of it. In the present, you got our boys Mario and Luigi, who are working as plumbers in Brooklyn, New York, but they're about to be run out of business by this mafia-operated construction company run by this man, Anthony Scapelli. Luigi falls in love with this NYU student, Daisy, who, spoiler alert, is the baby at the beginning, and she's digging under the Brooklyn Bridge for dinosaur bones. Anthony Scapelli is also threatening these NYU students who are at this dig site because I guess they're messing up plans he has for his business, but that's just how they do it in Brooklyn, so fuck off. They go on a date, and Daisy brings Luigi to the bridge to show him what they're working on, only to find some of Scapelli's henchmen sabotaging the dig site by busting open some water pipes. Mario and Luigi fix the pipes, but Iggy and Spike, Bowser's henchmen, and also the wet bandits from Home Alone, give them brain damage and kidnap Daisy. When they wake up, the brothers pursue them through an interdimensional portal to Dino Hatton. Dino Hatton
Manhattan is like this dingy, wet, dystopian version of New York City with fucking mean old ladies and cars that kind of operate like trains in some ways, and Bowser is the dictator of this city.
Basically, the reason why Iggy and Spike wanted to kidnap Daisy is because she's the long-lost princess from this other dimension, and Bowser wanted her rock, which is actually a meteorite fragment, so he can merge this world with the human world and become dictator of both.
Bowser has this ridiculous device that has the ability to evolve and devolve creatures, which in turn allows him to use it against people who defy him and turn them into Goombas. And they don't look like that. They look like this. Jesus, that is a Goomba in this movie.
Bowser uses this device to make Iggy and Spike smarter so that they can more effectively catch Mario and Luigi. But it just makes them, one, verbally pedantic.
Excuse me, that hardly seems logical, does it? Perhaps we should stay and formulate our own strategy. Tete-a-tete.
And two, smart enough to realize that Bowser is in the wrong and they join Mario and Luigi. This entire situation culminates with Bowser's jealous wife, Lena, merging the worlds with the meteorite fragment and fucking dying from its energy.
Bowser devolves Scapelli into a chimpanzee because that's evolutionarily accurate, and also, what's a good movie without a monkey moment?
Monkey! Then Daisy removes the fragment from the meteoroid and the worlds separate again. Mario and Luigi fire devolution guns at Bowser and blast him with a bomb-omb, and then he turns into kind of a T-Rex, I think?
But they kill him by turning him into primeval goo. What even is that?
They win, Daisy stays in Dino Hatton for whatever reason, Mario and Luigi become heroes, and when the story of all of this reaches the news, they're dubbed as the Super Mario Bros. The end. Wow. An obvious takeaway that anyone who has played the Mario games would get from this movie is that it's a terrible representation of it. It doesn't look anything like it. But one of the first thoughts that I had when I was doing research was,
oh, well, it's 1993. There probably wasn't too many Mario games out at this time. Maybe the writers didn't think that the world was fleshed out enough that they could make something substantial with what was provided to them. Unfortunately, Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros, Super Mario Bros 2, Super Mario Bros 3, Super Mario Land, Dr. Mario, and of course, Mario Teaches Typing had already come out at this point. Which begs the question, holy crap, why did they do this?
And it turns out the answer is that the directors wanted the movie to be the true story of Mario, and then the games are an inaccurate parody of what really happened. Which is insane.
The idea was that we were going to tell the real story, and that the game itself was a perversion of the original story, which the movie is. And I would say that this illustrates one of the most glaring examples of what is wrong with video game movies these days, which is, you can't control the world building we already established. In the world of Mario, you have these Italian plumbers named Mario and Luigi who are navigating through this bright and colorful world, shooting fireballs at Troopas and Goombas, fighting for their goddamn life in those water levels, and eventually saving the princess from Bowser. In the world of the 1993 Mario movie, you have two Italian plumbers named Mario and Luigi who are navigating through this dark and depressing dystopian nightmare city from another dimension populated by evolved dinosaurs, surviving through car chases, going to clubs, and killing their enemies by turning them into primeval goo. It's a bit different.
On top of that, you have many references to the game and characters, but they're all drastically different from the game. Namely, Bowser, Iggy, and Spike. Toad is this musician that is protesting Bowser's rule, and as punishment, Bowser devolves him into a Goomba. Also, Goomba. I'm never gonna get over this. A remarkable creative decision to make this shrunken-headed beast a thing. Yoshi makes an appearance, and he is legitimately just a velociraptor.
There's this woman at first who was an enemy to Mario and Luigi, but then she turns out to be an ally because she danced with Mario, and she actually was a reference to this red fish. Who would have known that? The only true visually similar reference that exists in this movie is the bomb-omb. That's all they gave us.
This sort of drastic change in what a target audience is expecting to see in the movie, aka fans of the game, is what causes backlash like this. If you want to make a successful video game movie, you have to satisfy the expectations of the audience who already know what the movie should generally look like. Because chances are, they know it better than you do, especially if you don't know the video game.
When asked why so many of the characters in the movie were so drastically different from their video game counterparts, director Rocky Morton answered with this: I wanted to find a reason to free myself from the game, and the reason I came up with was that this was the original story
story, and everything else was a distortion from this. With that concept, it freed me from being shackled to any portrayal of the video game.
Why? Why would you do that?
95% of any executive, when they approve the idea of a video game movie, are doing it because they're seeing the millions and millions of dollars that the IP is making in sales.
They understand how popular the game is, and they're playing it safe with the studio's money by investing in something that has already been proven to have worked. The same thing happens with film adaptations that come from books. So why they would then change everything about it for the movie confuses the hell out of me.
And the best part about it is that there was an original script that was basically a lift from the original series, and they scrapped it.
On top of that, apparently the experience while filming the movie was a nightmare in itself. Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo were getting drunk on the set while filming just so they could get through it. Apparently the actual soundstage that the Dino Hatton set existed on would get excruciatingly hot. Dennis Hopper threw an absolute baby rage for like 45 minutes at one point because of all the script changes that were happening. Sometimes the day that they were supposed to film the scene, sometimes like 10 minutes before they were supposed to film the scene, which meant like hundreds of extras just had to stand around in this blisteringly hot set. Just fucking miserable. It sounded like an absolute roller coaster of the ride, and the movie itself is a roller coaster. Yeah. Before talking about the next movie though, let me tell you about today's sponsor, which is Bespoke Post, a monthly membership club delivering boxes of top shelf goods from under the radar brands that's free to join. They purchase 90% of the products in the boxes from small businesses, many of them based here in the US of A. Every month they introduce their members to new products. We're talking outdoor gear, barware, clothing, you name it. Their lineup is constantly changing every month. Based on your preferences, you'll get a box assigned to you, and you can get a preview before it's shipped if you want to swap it for a different box or even skip the month entirely for no charge. You only pay for what you want. What I got from Bespoke Post was the Weekender bag, which is a great bag for a short trip, and this cocktail smoking and infusion kit. I did not know that something this high class was even legal. I already used the Weekender bag for a trip I went on last week, and it's very nicely made. It's super sturdy, it's got a reinforced frame, and it looks frickin' great. Look how cool I look. To get 20% off your first box, go to the link in the description and use code TED20 at checkout, or go to bespokepost.com/TED20.
So with all that being said, let's fast forward 12 years later to 2005's Doom. Multiple generations of gamers have experience with the Doom series, and I think all of them would agree to this statement. Killing demons is fun. Please give me demons to kill. I want to shoot the one with the big eyeball because he's freaky and he's got to go.
Doom can be cited as responsible for exploding the first-person shooter genre, even to the point where games that came after that were first-person shooters were referred to as Doom clones.
Due to the popularity of such a series, I can almost guarantee you that every movie exec was getting cummy in their pants thinking about how much moolah they could make off of this fucking Doom series. Oh my god.
The movie stars Rosamund Pike, Carl Urban, and Fortnite character Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, and it bombed at the box office. So allow me to give you an even briefer summary of this movie. In 2046, 85 personnel at the Union Aerospace Corporation, also known as UAC, on Mars are attacked by an unknown assailant. Following a distress call sent by Dr. Carmack, a squad of 8 Marines—
you can tell they're Marines because The Rock has a giant Semper Fi tattoo across his back—
are sent to the research facility to figure out what the heck is going on. You've got Sarge, Duke, Goat, Destroyer, Mac, a rookie they just call Kid, and Reaper. They're sent on a search and destroy mission with the UAC only concerned with them retrieving data from the station. The Marines use a teleportation device called the Ark to reach Mars, and when they arrive at Mars, they're met by UAC employee Pinky and Reaper's twin sister, Dr. Sam Grimm, who they go to retrieve the data with. They find out the UAC has been researching skeletons they've discovered of a humanoid race that was genetically enhanced with another 24th chromosome pair. They find Dr. Carmack, and he's fucking crazy and also holding someone else's hand, and bring him to a medical lab for treatment, but he disappears like a little gremlin. Then all of a sudden they start getting attacked by these freaky unknown creatures left and right, and they're tracking them all over the place trying to figure out what the heck is going on. Many of the Marines are killed along the way because it's dark and they're in space. And that's how it works in these movies after Alien came out. It isn't until they cut open one of the creatures that they discover that they're actually humans.
What? What's going on here? That's weird.
They learn that the UAC was experimenting on humans using that extra chromosome pair they found, but one of the mutants got loose and started fucking everybody up.
Now The Rock is mad and he wants to kill every last single person that's been infected by this. But Reaper and Dr. Sam find out that not every single person that gets infected turns into a gooey little weirdo. Some of them retain their humanity and become superhuman, I guess. Only those with with a predisposition for violent or psychotic behavior will become creatures, which is a dicey premise, I have to say. Some of the gooey boys escape and they reach Earth, where they slaughter or mutate the staff over there. And when the surviving Marines show up, the Rock orders them to literally kill everyone. When Kid refuses to slaughter a janitor's closet full of innocent people, the Rock shoots him in the face for insubordination. They get attacked again by the creatures, and when Reaper gets wounded, Sam injects him with the extra pair of chromosomes, and he becomes a superhuman, and it starts this first-person shooter section of the movie where he's killing all the mutated humans. The movie ends with a standoff between The Rock, who has become infected but in the bad way, and Reaper. They have this big old fight where they're jumping on stuff and punching each other, and it ends with Reaper tossing The Rock through the arc with a grenade and blowing him up. Then Reaper and his sister return to the surface at Earth. The end. At first glance, this kind of comes off as your average sci-fi and space movie where something goes wrong and then they have to fight creatures in dark hallways. Until you remember, holy shit, this movie was supposed to be about Doom, wasn't it? Where the hell are the demons? Where's the one-eyed guy? I miss him! He's cute. And that's one of the primary problems with Doom as a video game movie, because they changed the world building that we already established. In the original story of Doom, it's about the UAC doing some sketchy experimentation on teleportation technology. And then all of a sudden, demons start coming out of the portal, and it's the player's job to kill every single last hell fucking sucking dick wiping fucking hell spawn he sees. In this iteration of Doom, you've got Marines fighting off what in reality it was just some like messed up experiment gone wrong scenario. They made small references to the religious themes in the game, essentially chalked up to characters praying in between the times that they're getting killed by these mutated humans. And you've got a well-intentioned reference in this first-person shooter scene where Reaper starts kicking ass through the UAC facility, with the monsters at this point actually looking like the ones from the game. You've got the Hell Knights, and even Pinky when he's mutated, I think is a reference to like Doom 3. But this almost comes too late, because this is stuff that happens in the last 20 minutes of the film. Where was that in the rest of the movie? Plus, in this version of the UAC, teleportation wasn't even an issue at all. That shit was working like they had that on lockdown already. Which is such a weird choice given it was the catalyst of the original story. These changes in the writing of the story illustrate another point to why I think video game movies fail. And that is the misguided perception that I think a lot of movie executives have, which is Hollywood is a legitimizer and they know best. For a long time, there's been this perception from the older generation that video games are these campy, half-baked creations that mainly serve as a toy for kids and don't carry much legitimacy as a medium. Video games have long been viewed as a waste of time, something that rots your brain, makes kids violent, as opposed to something, I don't know, far less traumatizing, like religion. You see this in the confusion of people to understand how esports could be a legitimate industry as opposed to something from the real world, like golf. And in the case of video game movies, I think that there's a subtle situation going on where the writers, directors, executives, whoever's at the creative helm is looking at the material that they have to work with, and that it's their responsibility to improve it.
After all, they've made all these movies in the past, so they know what works.
Right? There's an interesting mixture going on between an executive's bias towards spending money in the safest way possible, because if the movie bombs, that's a really public, embarrassing thing for their career. And sometimes a bias from directors who feel from their perspective as an auteur or whatever, that they have this unique vision that will surely improve the IP for the better. These are all problems that are wrapped up in the financial and egotistical aspects of Hollywood. And those issues are prevalent enough that they miss one of the most important things that a video game movie should be doing, which is accurately representing the video game and understanding why people enjoyed the game in the first place. One of the biggest things that I want to emphasize is that these terrible video game movies were not necessarily terrible movies. They're just terrible at representing the video game IP that bears the weight of their entire marketing campaign. They fail to understand where the original piece of work came from, what it meant to fans, and that the inherent value in a repurposed IP is not as simple as slapping a name on it and tossing some A-list actors on the roster. And it's also not the responsibility of a video game movie to 100% abide by every single plot point that occurs in a video game, because they're different mediums. But when you're removing the demons from Doom and then you're taking Goombas and you turn them into these, you start to run into some issues. When I think about these two movies on their own though, without any expectation for the movie to provide any sort of satisfaction on the video game that it's marketed after, they improve a little bit. Super Mario Bros. Becomes this wild film about two brothers that are just thrust into this insanely dystopian and otherworldly environment. The sets themselves are incredibly detailed. The costume design is crazy. And even though the directors were a bit misguided in the creation of this movie, they definitely achieved what they set out to make, which is a fucked up, perverted version of Mario. If they renamed it to something like Interdimensional Plumbers Take on fucking Dinosaur Humans that are just as bad at destroying the environment as we are, they're just like us. It probably would have been a cult classic. I don't have as much praise for the original Doom movie. If you were to strip away the IP from the movie itself, it would likely do a better job existing as just one of those sci-fi shoot-'em-up brain-empty movies where you just watch it after eating a 400 milligram edible. But that's about it. As we've seen in this graph I've created, Weatherman mode, generally the audience perception of video game movies is improving. I hope I'm doing this right. In recent memory, we have films like the second Angry Birds movie, Detective Pikachu for god dang sake, but the monster of them all, with a whopping 93% audience approval rating on Rotten Tomatoes and a seal of approval from Sonic superfan Connor Eats Pants, is none other than 2020's Sonic the Hedgehog. There's a lot to say about this video game movie, but I'll start with this. This movie set the record for the biggest opening weekend for a video game film in the United States and Canada and grossed $320 million worldwide. It made triple of what they spent on it, and many of the choices that are made in the creation of this film are what I think studios need to be thinking about. Starting with the most obvious situation, the redesign.
Oh no!
When Paramount Pictures dropped the original Sonic the Hedgehog movie trailer, the internet pretty much imploded upon itself and spawned an unstoppable demon of rage that would not let Jeff Fowler sleep at night until something was done. This was the original design of Sonic the Hedgehog, as I'm sure some of you are aware. And the movie was mocked, rightfully so. They tried to turn Sonic the Hedgehog into a kindergartner that had been tarred and feathered and dyed blue. His teeth were shockingly human-like, and his proportions made him look like a person wearing a tightly fitted fursuit. It was awful. And as a result of this, probably one of the smartest moves made happen during this period, and it absolutely saved this movie. They pushed back the release date by almost an entire year, and they redesigned Sonic. For the first time ever, I think, at least in the case of video game movies, we witnessed a shattering of the fallacy that Hollywood knows best. Animator Max Schneider revealed in a now deleted interview with an Argentinian Sonic website that Paramount Pictures was content with the first design because it gelled with the live action actors and the world. Oh yeah, of course. He is a blue hedgehog that can speak English and run at 300 miles per hour. There is no realism to be obtained here. Making cartoon movies too realistic is off-putting to all parties involved. It's off-putting to the people who are unaware of the series because they're like, what the fuck is that? I don't even know what that is. And it's off-putting to lovers of the original game because they're like, what the hell have you done to my blue son? You've turned him into the coke-addicted half-brother of Splinter from the live-action Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, which was also creepy and big surprise made by Paramount 5 years before. From what I've read, one of the biggest contributors to saving this movie through the redesign was graphic novel illustrator Tyson Hess, who was brought on as a lead artist to redesign Sonic. Apparently he's like an OG in the Sonic community, and in hiring him, Paramount made an incredible shift in their approach because when hit with criticism, they listened to the audience. But that's not the only win that Sonic the Hedgehog had. Sonic the Hedgehog did a really good job of creating a story that actually respected the character that Sonic originally was, which is basically a goofy and witty blue hedgehog that can run fast and whose main antagonist is an equally ridiculous Dr. Eggman. That's part of one of the greatest things that Sonic does in its writing. It's not afraid to lean into the cartoony aspect that the IP has. They managed to actually write Sonic and the human characters he interacts with into full-fledged characters with goals. Beyond that, there's some really smart integrations of references into this film. The original planet that Sonic comes from is straight up the Green Hill Zone from the games with the loop-de-loops and everything. I think it does a wonderful job of placing the world of Sonic we know within this universe in a pretty smooth manner. You've got the Sonic rings, which in the games are just a means to get health, as an actual important item within the story that are a means of interplanetary travel. And the final battle between Sonic and Dr. Eggman is like this elevated version of a Sonic game boss fight, with Jim Carrey and his floating machine he designed and Sonic utilizing utilizing actual moves he would do in the game to defeat him. They even included that goddamn terrible Sonic drawing meme in this movie, and if nothing else sold you up until this point, that should. But the final reason that I think this film works so well, especially in terms of story, is because I don't think that anyone really knows what the actual canon lore of Sonic is. Because in doing research for this video, I tried to figure it out. There are like 7 different continuities of the Sonic story. You've got the games, you got the cartoons, there's even Sonic comic books, apparently. I spent like an hour trying to figure out the story of Sonic, and I still don't know. Apparently at one point, Eggman blew up the moon, and then later on, the moon was back to normal, and their explanation was that the moon turned around. And in the case of creating a film for Sonic, that probably worked to their advantage. As long as they included all the defining characteristics of what made Sonic Sonic, along with his antagonists, their personalities, the way they looked, and it matched up with what fans already understood, then they can have a little bit of liberty with the story because it's so goddamn convoluted. In the end, they did a really good job, and they set the standard for how to operate when developing a movie of this variety. Also, funny enough, I'm recording this video the day before Sonic 2 comes out. And if I were to do a little bit of comparison of what the critics were reviewing and what the Sonic ended up getting an audience and apply that to the Sonic one, I think it's gonna do about the same, if not better. Sonic boom! In terms of the future of video game movies, I think it's safe to say that we are gonna continue on this streak of improvement. The present day video game industry is larger than it's ever been. On top of that, the people who understand video games and have played them are now the same people that are getting old enough to be heading projects for these multi-million-dollar blockbuster movies. That's not to say that we won't be receiving below average video game movies in the future. I'm sure that there's going to be some Call of Duty movie that comes out and nobody's going to figure out why it was made. Listen to the community, hire experts who understand the IP better than anyone, preferably people also in the community, and always remember, it's not your world to mess with. And if you do, it'll probably fuck you. Bye-bye. Modern fast food is boring. It's got zero pizzazz. Every single restaurant has a chicken sandwich that tastes like rubber. And I'm a bit fed up at this point. So I assembled a team of the most talented crack job group of ridiculous individuals to help me redesign famous fast foods to get Gen Z back to developing heart disease by the time they're 20. Enjoy. Let me show you guys the god of this video. Behold.
I'm actually very nice. What's up with that meat?
That's the roasted beef sandwich from Arby's.
Oh God, they need the most help of all.
Do you guys eat fast food at all?
Yeah. All the time.
What's your favorite fast food?
The Big Mac.
The Big Mac? I thought you were a vegan. It is going to be your guys' job to recreate the item that you get and to improve it for the sake of humanity.
I want to go first. I'm praying for the sandwich.
The Whopper.
That's actually one of my least favorite ones on this wheel.
You're not getting the flesh sandwich that you wanted, William.
It does. It looks like skin.
It does. It looks like stacked skin.
Eddie Burback, are you next?
Yes, spin me.
Oh. Oh, you got a Chipotle burrito, Eddie.
Honestly, I said I wasn't hoping for anything, but this was probably the least one that I wanted.
I'm manifesting the flesh sandwich.
Yes!
You know I'm a little fleshy guy. I love flesh. Please, please.
Oh my God!
Emma, you got the Big Mac.
That's the Big Mac. That's the king of fast food.
God hates me.
Wait, Jaden, didn't you say you were vegan?
Yeah.
Why'd you say you like a Big Mac?
Can I not be both?
I mean, I'm no scientist, but no. I want that KFC bucket, baby.
Oh.
What is that?
No. You got Subway.
Oh, no! I hate Subway! Damn it!
You can spin again, but you have to go with the one that it lands on.
Ooh. I will be, for sure, spin again. I don't want to give them my help.
Everyone's been corrupted.
No.
Frosty.
Oh, the Frosty.
Here I go. I'm praying for something nice. Oh, I got the Crunch Wrap Supreme. Jaden?
Oh, God.
Donut.
A donut.
Oh.
A little Krispy Kreme donut.
So now we're going to be splitting off and we are going to be creating our fast food recreations. I'll see you guys in 20 minutes.
All right, the Frosty, right? There's no way to sex this up much more than it being ice cream. But here's what I am thinking of doing already. Special edition, right? That's what people like.
You think about Chipotle, what are the problems? First, you got disease. Number two, Chipotle has lost out in internet culture. And who capitalized on meme culture more by making a meme by being kind of cringy than McDonald's with their celebrity meals? I will make a Chipotle celebrity meal for somebody who gets Gen Z, you know, hopping out of their seats and going to restaurants.
The main problem that I have with donuts, let me draw a little billboard here. Not much to offer. No nutritional value. What else is the problem? It doesn't fill you up. You have to eat like a dozen of them, if not 6, and then you feel like shit.
Everybody likes the Crunchwrap Supreme from Taco Bell, and they like it because it's crunchy. How do we bother kids so that they bother their parents to get my version of Crunchwrap Supreme? Well, we gotta make it crunchier, clearly. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it as crunchy as possible.
I hate Whoppers. I hate Whoppers. What if we just discontinue the Whopper and replace it with something else? We can rebirth the Whopper into something new. The meat on a Whopper, it's like, it feels wrong. If I had to change one thing about the Burger King Whopper, it would probably be the patty.
So you all heard everybody when I got the Big Mac refer to it as the king of fast food burgers. But one thing that I know about Gen Z is that they do not fuck with the bourgeoisie. I am planning on sexing up the Big Mac by including a guillotine with it. Yeah.
How do you guys feel about that 20 minutes? For Will, a little bit longer.
I am sweating.
Yeah. That was like 25 minutes, you cheater.
I had to relearn Photoshop. Since the dawn of time, fast food has been a pleasure for households across this great nation. There is one thing that brings people in like Black Friday doorbuster deals. Limited edition food items. And that is why I have created the Wendy's Nuts Supreme Limited Edition Frosty. This is a full tilt collab with Supreme. It is a $150 mug in which you get one serving.
No refills.
None.
None.
You have to buy an additional Supreme
Does
mug.
the print of the Supreme font continue to the bottom, or does the mug just say suck?
Yes, part of the mugs just say Ream. In order to maximize our profit margin, we will be using the finest of child labor.
Excellent.
I like a businessman.
Classic.
Who sells better to children than children themselves? I'm going to give this 4.2 out of 5 child laborers.
Thank you.
I give it a 2.8.
2.8?
Okay. It's
That's a tough rating. That's tough to hear.
I think if the cups were maybe like gold plated, maybe.
Might I point you to every Supreme drop ever?
He's got you there.
Oh, he's got you there.
They sold a crowbar for $450.
It was a nice crowbar.
Wait, William, you know about this and you still gave him a 2.8?
Okay,
You knew about the crowbar.
How dishwasher safe is this?
Not at all.
Falls apart.
4.5, 4 out of 5 then.
Jaden, it's made by the brittle fingers of a child laborer. You think that thing's going to hold together in the wash?
What happens if you put it in the dishwasher?
Oh, it just melts. It just dissipates.
It melts.
The skeleton of this thing is mostly asbestos.
Okay, got
Okay, yeah, that's a 4 out of 5.
I'm gonna give it a 5.
Wow.
Yeah, I just
child
think-
laborers?
Yeah, the marketing's solid.
Mine is 8 Ream mugs out of 10.
Thank you so much.
Here at Chipotle, we've been feeding America since July 13th of 1993, and we've seen some success, but we're not perfect. So what are the problems with Chipotle? Disease. And it tastes just okay. But the biggest problem with Chipotle currently, millennials love Chipotle, but Gen Z does not. They like hanging out, you know, they like memes, they like cool celebs. They also like America. They like being patriots. There's nothing Gen Z loves more than this country. So I am introducing, in association with our partner Wilnev, the Ronald Wilson Reagan meal at Chipotle. I know.
Now, this is a big play.
So here's how the meal works. The Ronald Wilson Reagan meal at Chipotle is fun and easy to order. We give the meal to the wealthiest person in the restaurant.
Okay.
So you pay for it, you do not receive it immediately. And after that, you hope that that wealthy person is full enough with their meal that they will give it down to you.
This is a trickle-down meal?
I think that it'll get the internet talking. We try it out enough times, and at one point, those meals are going to be trickling down to people across restaurants in all of America. Thank you very much.
Now, I have a question. The Travis Scott meal, a big selling point was the sauces, right?
Yes.
Are we going to get any kind of limited edition Ronald Reagan food item?
If you're ordering the meal, instead of offering sour cream, it's called Ronald's cream.
Oh, now
And
that sounds appetizing.
That sounds like something that I'd like to put in my body.
I'm going to rate this, all in all, not bad. Not bad at all.
What would the numerical value of that?
Oh, I'd give this an 8.7.
4 out of 5 Reagis, the little Ronald Reagan themed toys that they give out at Chipotle.
Say, I'm gonna give it a 3.5 failed assassination attempts.
True.
Before we move on, though, this video is sponsored by Honey, the only way that you should be saving your cold hard cash when you're shopping online. Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America. It's basically an automated version of that section of your brain when you're shopping online that says to yourself, oh, maybe I should look for some discount codes for this website. Honey does that for you. The way it works is that when you go to checkout when you're shopping online, Honey will pop up and tell you there are savings to be had. Then you let it determine which code brings you the most savings, and boom, you've saved some money as quickly as that. If you do any form of online shopping, Honey works for things that you've already been buying on sites that you probably already use. When you're buying shoes, video games, even getting food delivered, Honey can help you save money on all of those things. And man, when you save cash, it's a rush of adrenaline. The flow of endorphins is unimaginable. You can add Honey to your browser by going to joinhoney.com/Ted.
I had the donut. I started off with identifying the shortcomings. Honestly, not much to offer. Fried dough and sugar. Very little nutritional value. You have to eat like 12 donuts just to start feeling sick. So I created a customize your own donut. Your first customization option is the chicken donut.
Oh,
I did
wow.
research on America's favorite meats. Chicken is very much up there.
Oh.
And it's just chicken patty. Chicken goes great with lettuce, so we put some lettuce on there. The next flavor is fish. You know,
Oh no. This is unholy.
this is the fish donut. Pink,
Why does it have
frosted.
sparkles?
Now our third one is to cater to the upper class, the people who like the more refined, harder to get meats, which is lamb.
Oh.
I don't know how you eat lamb, so
Oh, it's boiled.
It's a creme brulee donut. There was a huge demand for specifically Arby's meat.
Yes! That is an old woman.
An elderly woman you have there.
The Arby's meat cream-filled donut.
Yeah! 4.7 out of 5 Arby meats.
5 out of 5.
The innovation is just like undeniable. Got to be like a 5 out of 5 cream-filled meats.
If you know anything about Krispy Kreme, the greatest thing about that franchise is the Krispy Kreme red light. The light that they turn on like a siren's call to beckon you that there are fresh donuts ready. I give this presentation one big red Krispy Kreme light.
Thank you, sir.
This one really got me thinking. It's got all the aspects of something that I and people in Gen Z would enjoy. We got beef, we got cheddar, we got cream. I'm going to give this 10 Dream Creams out of 10.
My presentation is much less corporate, direct, straight to the point, and it's also the antithesis to some of the other presentations.
Whoa. I'll let everybody take a second.
So this is the antithesis of the Ronald meal.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
As you all noticed when I got the Big Mac, a couple of you commented that it is the king of fast food burgers.
Sure.
Big Mac. That's the king of fast food.
If there's one thing that I know about Gen Z, it's that they hate the 1%. And if the 1% was going to be embodied in a fast food, it would have to be the Big Mac.
Are you going to have Ronald McDonald wearing sort of a black hooded cloak?
Yes, the executioner outfit.
I kind of feel like Grimace would be a better executioner.
Yeah, William, you made an interesting point too. Maybe Grimace and the Hamburglar can operate it, and they're trying to chase down Ronald.
And at the end of the campaign, they behead him.
I honestly would buy that just for the guillotine. That's a 5 out of 5.
So I'm going to give this a 4.9 out of 5, only because that Big Mac looks really soggy.
And it has glass in it.
It's dripping. There's
There's
glass.
sesame seeds.
I'm going to give this 4.3 out of 5 mini little guillotine.
I am going to go ahead and say to love a burger is to see the face of God. I give this project 4 out of 5 Victor Hugos.
In the pursuit of life, man always looks for crunch. We try to solve our need for crunch with the Crunch Wrap Supreme. But the Crunch Wrap Supreme does not do enough. I've decided to create a bit of a campaign. We entice the children with a bit of a challenge. How well your teeth could deal with the crunchiest Crunch Wrap Supreme. I've created Taco Bell's crunchiest Crunch Wrap Supreme. This is sort of an event thing that Taco Bell will be running as a campaign where we will encase a Crunch Wrap in a giant jawbreaker.
I just looked up viruses that can be transmitted via saliva.
so
and
that's
hepatitis, herpes, types 1 and 2, Epstein-Barr virus, cytomegalovirus, Kaposi syndrome, herpes. That's a lot of herpes, Ted. There's actually a lot of herpes viruses.
The herpes was brought in by the
herpes came from outside of Taco Bell, so it's
Taco
okay.
Bell isn't providing or is in support of this so-called herpes.
I'm gonna come in hot. I'm gonna come in hard. I'm gonna give you like a 1 out of 5 jawbreakers, because like,
what do you mean?
all you had to do is like a big UV lamp above the jawbreaker.
Listen, you are going to destroy the mouths of thousands of children. The humanitarian in me weeps. However, the athlete in me relishes the challenge. I'm less proactive about maiming an entire generation of children. And for that reason, I give this a 3.5 out of 5.
God, why am I getting such low ratings right now? What the hell, guys?
He's helping children build immunity by exposing them to all sorts of germs and
7
diseases.
types of herpes.
So for that, 4.2 out of 5.
Wow.
Herpes.
I've always been a rooter for natural selection. So I'll give you a strong 4 out of 5.
On one hand, yes, you have the disease stuff. On the other, I don't like children. Don't know as much as me. Their futures are brighter than mine. They're short. Right in the middle, a 3 out of 5.
I think it's passing. I'm not sure. I can't do math that well.
This might actually be the best idea I have ever had in my entire life. I'm not even going to tell you what it is. I'm just going to show it. The Rainbow Whopper from Burger King. We did some talking, and we realized that changing the meat, which is the part of the burger we think is wrong. We think there's something wrong with it. But our thought and plan is to put a small colored gel packet inside of the patty so that when you eat it, it changes the color of your poop.
Wow.
Wait, so you're selling a meat that's built like a gusher?
Yes.
Is the poop color a roulette, or do you get to specify which color you would like to make your fecal matter?
You can choose your color, but one of them will have a golden dye.
Oh.
And if you get the golden dye, you get to go to the factory where the cows are killed. There's a red one.
Well, that one's the worst.
Imagine pranking your friend and giving them a red one and not telling them what it was. They're so fucking freaked out and they go to the ER.
I've seen what I need to see, but I just want to say this is one of the most horrific things I've ever seen.
Thank you.
I'm going to give it a 5 out of 7 colors in the rainbow.
That's pretty good.
What happens if you don't get to shit it out and instead you vomit? Because the scene kid in me needs to know like about puking rainbows.
It is 100% possible.
And with that, I'm still going to give it a 2.7 because this is fucking nasty, bro.
I've always viewed you as quite the innovator, even despite your flaws. Sometimes your flaws and your innovation come together to create something truly beautiful. I think I'm gonna have to give this a 4.5.
Thank you, Ted.
My favorite promotional food item of all time, called Heinz Easy
Yes.
Sports. You could get ketchup in different colors, and I feel like in more ways than just the colors, this is a successor. This is a 6 colored poops out of 5 from me.
Wow!
Yes!
Oh my God, off the charts!
I was hoping nobody would bring up the colored ketchup because I definitely plagiarized this whole idea off of that.
Who had the best recreation? Let the people know. Peace out.
Hey, how you doing? It's your boy Ted, and I'm here with Moses. We're doing a taste test of different sauces. We bought 50 chicken nuggets. We're starting with the honey mustard. So first you gotta smell it.
It's actually kind of sweet. It smells like a good mustard, like it's got a good Dijon base. But the honey smells kind of artificial.
Okay, now we gotta like, what's the consistency like?
It's a little goopy, but it's like it kind of, as you go in there, you know, when you dive in there, it kind of, you watch it like separate.
Yeah.
As it might be the warmth of the chicken nugget that's making it, you know. Oh.
I think what surprised me about this is that it tastes more like mustard than you think it would.
It has, yeah, it's like spicy.
Because I feel like a lot of honey mustards are just like sweet,
super sweet
sauce.
And I don't know if these are actual like mustard flakes, these little brown things. They could be.
We'll move on to the habanero ranch. So that's the color right there.
It smells like Domino's mango habanero sauce.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Got some buoyancy to
More
it.
surface tension. A good stick.
Ooh.
Tangy.
Ooh, there's some spice.
Actually, a pretty good hit.
Oh, we're gonna do the sweet and sour. We only have one of the sweet and sour, so we're gonna have to taste this together. It's like, I don't really even know what sweet and sour is really supposed to be.
It's like that. Normally, sweet and sour is like that red sauce you get with sweet and sour chicken in Chinese restaurants.
Yeah.
I don't really know what this tastes like.
Try it on its own. Like, take a lick off like dip it and then take a lick off it.
It's a familiar but distant flavor. I can't quite get what it is. Maybe some garlic?
Maybe.
All these sauces, they're so close to what they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
It's like this, but there's something, one little thing that's just off about them.
Next up, we got hot mustard sauce.
Oh, I didn't get any hot mustard either.
You did? All right, so this is the hot mustard sauce. It's a little bit overflowy, and it sticks pretty well.
I mean, it kind of has the consistency of paint.
Next up is tangy barbecue.
Ooh, that looks like barbecue sauce, all right.
Ooh, yeah.
It smells like Sweet Baby Ray's hickory sauce.
It does.
I know my barbecue sauces.
Dip.
It smells
dip,
tangy.
Dip.
There's definitely
sticks
ketchup.
right to it. Just muted flavors.
It's really muted.
Spicy buffalo.
Spicy buffalo.
These are some new ones. We're gonna.
I can already tell that this is gonna be like more liquidy.
Okay,
but
here we go. Look at that.
It smells like buffalo sauce, and it looks like buffalo sauce.
Ooh, that smells like buffalo sauce.
Tastes like celery.
I think it tastes like celery.
It dissipates very quickly into a celery taste. Maybe that's like a carrot. It's like it tastes like celery and like carrots, really quickly. And then
I don't know what you're saying is. The final sauce, creamy ranch.
You got your speckles of whatever the fuck gets speckled in ranch.
Speckle-A.
What are the black speckles in ranch sauce? Do you know? I don't know.
No idea, dude. Dip.
This kind of tastes a little tangier than ranch does. What is in ranch?
Sea salt. Distilled vinegar, buttermilk.
Oh, it's a buttermilk sauce. That's what it is. I'm just gonna get
it.
I just got a little bit on each on each tip of this wing. And the celery taste in the buffalo really brings it all together.
So out of the 7, I'm choosing my top 3.
You're going top 3?
Are the doctored
the doctored buffalo ranch. I'd say that's definitely my
buffalo
top 3
ranch.
too.
You got habanero ranch and honey mustard.
Yeah, I'm in total agreement right there. Those are my top 3.
These are the top 3. These are the best sauces that you can get at McDonald's, guys. All right?
You want the buffalo ranch mix, buffalo and ranch together. Feel, in essence, more like what they were trying to go for with the habanero ranch. Because it's less fruity.
That's deep.
It's spicy and it's got the ranch flavor, which is what the habanero ranch should taste like. But the habanero ranch tastes more like a mango habanero.
Ooh.
Like a Domino's mango habanero.
Ooh.
That's my official comparison.
Thank you guys for watching this video. Have a fucking check it out. How you doing, Chris Rose? How you doing, Lenny? See you guys later next time. Bye-bye. Fuck yourself.
I am terrible at waking up in the morning. No matter what I do, I cannot seem to consistently wake up and live the life that my caveman ancestors dreamed for me. Waking up with the sun, hearing the sounds of the birds, and going off into the wilderness with just a loincloth over my balls to pick some berries. Or expedite an extinction. It sounds like a dream. I am so terrible at waking up in the morning that I pay legal tender for an alarm app that forces me to do math in order to turn it off. Unintended result of that strategy, I've gotten really good at math while I'm half asleep. I started on easy mode and now I'm on hard. But I want to be better. Every time I've woken up in the early hours of the day, there's a certain sense of baseline achievement that comes with that. Like I'm not wasting my life away in bed and I'm getting up and changing the world. by making YouTube videos. Which is why I became very interested a little bit more than a month ago when this influencer started blowing up all over the internet for his phenomenal morning routine, and his name is Ashton Hall. Ashton Hall is a fitness influencer who this year has morphed into a morning routine influencer due to the explosive popularity of his new content strategy, where he documents a minute-by-minute walkthrough of his daily routine starting at 3:52 in the morning, which is earlier than the birds are awake. Since he began posting these in January, he has gained over 12 million followers, the majority of that in the last 2 months. And people have been loving these videos, mainly because of how ridiculous and strict his morning routine is, with pretty much everyone on the internet making their own parody of his ridiculous routine, or other fitness influencers trying to follow in his footsteps. And as I was witnessing all of this unfold, I began to ask myself, well, how reasonable is a morning routine like this? Obviously it's not normal, but Ashton implies that he does this routine every single day. So surely that means, as a normal guy, it is possible to do this every single day. So I challenged myself to live like a morning routine influencer for 1 week. Let's dive into what makes Ashton's morning routine so special. Day 191 of the morning routine that changed my life. 3:50 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. 3 a.m. to me seems like an almost mythical hour to be awake in. The only times I've had to use it in the context of being awake is for emphasis of pain. Like, oh, I gotta wake up at 3 a.m. in order to catch my 6 a.m. flight. I'm saying that to highlight how much pain I'm gonna be in. That it's a painful experience to be awake that early. Not because I'm enlightened or something, but Ashton's done it 191 times in a row, allegedly. Sin lives late at night. If you're dealing with a weak mind, bad decisions, or lack of productivity, go to sleep early. Sin lives late at night? That's a crazy thing to say when your routine starts during the literal witching hour. Sin lives late at night. You're in it. You're in the sin. You're drowning in sin as you brush your teeth. You're brushing your teeth with demons. Ashton then washes his mouth out with a freshly cracked bottle of Saratoga spring water. This water brand is a significant theme across Ashton's entire persona. You're never gonna see him take a lick of tap water. And then he goes outside to begin his very regimented pre-gym process, where he's out on his balcony, he does some very loud push-ups, sipping on that Saratoga, and then he heads downstairs to meditate for 2 minutes. That's how advanced he is at meditation. A Tibetan Buddhist monk might spend an entire lifetime to get to this level of effectiveness in meditation. For all intents and purposes, we could assume that Ashton Hall has reached nirvana. Then he does some journaling. I'm not sure what I would be able to journal about at 4:42 a.m. other than my toothpaste tasting a little bit more like sin than usual. Next, he does what I originally thought in my first watch through was his designated TikTok time, but that's actually just him watching sermons.
Be serious about the Lord's business.
Next up is one of the most critical portions of Ashton Hall's day. So critical that he does it twice in one morning, and that is the Saratoga Ice Water Bowl Facial. That's right. No tap water is allowed in any circumstances, ladies and germs. It'll burn his skin. It's like holy water to a vampire. He is a man of luxury. He cracks open a fresh bottle just to dunk his face in it. He doesn't even drink it. This was one of the parts of the routine that I was weirdly excited to see how it would affect me. I imagine if you're waking up that early in the morning, this is possibly the only thing that's keeping you awake. He's got to expose himself to Arctic temperatures so he enters survival mode just so he can keep going. After this, Ashton prepares to go to the gym, making sure to acquire shots of him putting on every piece of prohibitively expensive jewelry he owns, which, as we know, is incredibly important when you're going to the gym. He then starts absolutely blasting his thighs on the treadmill like a monster before heading out to the pool to engage in one of the most famous rituals of his routine that we shall call the time dive. Did you catch it? That's right. Ashton Hall was suspended in the air for 4 minutes while he was doing that dive. There are a lot of theories on how this is possible. Some say the footage is sped up and he is floating in the air over the course of 4 minutes. Some say he manipulated the flow of time. Others say it's an editing mistake. I consider the merit of all of these theories to be equal. From there, Ashton returns to his apartment, he takes a shower, and then he eats a banana and then wipes the banana peel on his face. This is apparently some type of skincare routine. It remains to be seen if this is actually effective or if Ashton's just being a fucking weirdo here. Then Ashton sits down at his desk in a full suit and a mystery woman brings him his second ice facial, and then that mystery woman makes Ashton an entire full breakfast. And while he's waiting for that, he pretends to have like a conversation with a client where he delivers his most famous line.
So looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
Gotta be at least 10,000.
At least 10,000.
This is great because nobody really knows what this number is measuring. It could be money, but the possibilities are endless. He could be talking to his best friend and telling him how many kisses he's gonna give him the next time he sees him. All right, how many kisses am I getting?
At least 10,000.
Either way, by 9:25, his routine is finished.
finish, taking him a total of almost 6 hours. This means throughout the week, Ashton Hall spends almost 40 hours of that week just getting ready for his day. And it's also what I'm going to be doing. There's a lot more I'll go into about Ashton's content, but let's get prepared to try his routine.
Beyond Ashton's original routine that made him go viral, there's a variety of other routines that he's posted online that throw into question what an ideal Ashton Hall routine might be. For instance, sometimes he's sprinting at the gym, but other times he's lifting weights or playing tennis or basketball. Sometimes he's got an entire film crew shooting him sprint against the toughest challengers in the world, like a German Shepherd or DJ Khaled. Sometimes he's putting cucumbers in his ice facials, other times he's squeezing a lemon in there. So in order to assemble the perfect routine, I've simplified some stuff. I'm gonna be switching up what I do on certain days in order to cover as much of Ashton's routine as possible.
Also, just gotta mention this, shortly after Ashton's original routine went viral, he also released a night routine, starting at 5 p.m. I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna do this. Because if I added this into the regular routine, I'd be spending close to like 60 hours a week either getting ready for the day or getting ready for the next day. So I'm gonna settle for 40 hours, all right? I'm just doing the morning routine. This is the official finalized version of the morning routine I'll be doing. Here's some things that you should know about this routine. I don't have access to a pool as I'm going into this routine. I was in the process of figuring out how to have access to one, but I for sure couldn't do it every day. I'll be switching the cardio portion of my routine between running at the treadmill at the gym or doing basketball like Ashton does, amongst other things. I will be trying to use only bottled water, specifically Saratoga water.
Ashton doesn't specify what type of shower he does, but there is an Instagram post he made where he talks about cold showers being a thing for him. So I have to assume that that's what he does in his routine. Cold showers every day.
And for breakfast, I'll need to be making it myself because I don't have a mysterious assistant that does everything for me.
Each day I'll be trying reasonably my best to achieve Ashton Hall's morning routine time, which is finishing by 9:25 a.m. I knew that most of the time I probably wasn't going to achieve this, but hey, it's good to shoot for the stars.
So with all that being said, it was time for me the night before to go to the grocery store. But before we do that, we've got our sponsor. Thank you to Midas Merge for sponsoring this video. I've been playing this game for the last week, and honestly, I've been having a blast. Midas Merge is a Merge 3 game where players combine creatures and treasures strategically, completing quests and harnessing the sun's energy to dispel the darkness cast by Nyx, the goddess of night. She might be the goddess of night, but she's not the goddess of nice. She's diabolical. Basically, the story in the game is that you've got to team up with King Midas and Queen Leah to revive the Gardens of Gold from the darkness cast by Nyx. The game is filled with all these little cute creatures, and you can evolve them by merging them together to make them look even cooler. Also, I got to a point in the game where I can rename my creatures. It's become very fun for me to rename them to like ridiculous names. Some of my best work is the Drowned One, Wretched Little Weasel, Cerberus's Weird Brother, or my personal favorite, that Freaky Diesel Drinker. I'm having a lot of fun with that. The game is free to download. It's ad-free and there's no dead ends. Plus, the game's perfect for offline play, so you don't need Wi-Fi or internet connection to play, which is sick because I'm gonna be traveling abroad in like less than a week, and I'm definitely gonna be playing this on the plane. Now listen up. Be among the first 100 to install via my link or the QR code on screen, and you'll get a unique uTurtle level 1 that is personalized with my name. That's a TED Turtle right there. Don't miss out and download now. I know this is sponsored, but I've genuinely been enjoying this game. It's actually fun to play, it's ad-free, which is cool, and it's very satisfying to merge things together. So if you're interested, absolutely check it out. Now let's get back to the video. So I headed off to the only grocery store I could see near me that carried Saratoga water, Whole Foods. Picking up the main groceries was a breeze. Avocados, bananas, some bread, bacon. Everything was going smoothly until I realized to my horror, this Whole Foods was out of Saratoga water. Was it possible that Ashton Hall's virality was clearing Saratoga water off the shelves? I didn't know what to do, so I scanned the shelves in a panic, and I chose what I assumed was the next best option, Mountain Valley Spring Water. I gotta admit, I was a little embarrassed about this, but I had to start the routine tomorrow, so I loaded up the truck and I headed home. I'm back in my apartment right now. It is 9:25 p.m. I'm actually really tired right now. I think my body knows that I'm about to go on a journey that I've never quite been on before. And it's like, you gotta get to sleep. We're gonna have to deal with the mountain water for now, but I'm definitely gonna try to get some Saratoga tomorrow. I'm just gonna toss a bunch of this in the fridge so it's like cold, because I'm gonna be using it to do an ice bath on my face. Now all there is to do is just to go to bed. I'm actually super late to going to bed. I totally screwed myself for the first day. It's 10:45 p.m. I got a little distracted. Time to head up to bed. I'm ready for bed. So all there is to do now, really, start putting on these hostage tapes onto my mouth and onto my nose. These are the self-mummification devices you see Ashton Hall wearing in the morning. The mouth tape is meant to encourage nose breathing, and the nose tape, I think, also does that. I'm a little bit concerned that I'm gonna suffocate in my sleep. I've never done this before. It's alleging that I will breathe better than ever before. Come on. Okay, it's time for the mouth tape. Here I go. This is the last time I talk until the morning. Okay, this is the part where I take over. How are you feeling? What are you doing? What is that, so-so? Well, whatever. It was time to go to bed for day 1 of the morning routine.
Oh my god.
What an inopportune time to be waking up. That was a delectable 4 hours that I just got. It's already 4:03 right now, so I feel like a psychopath.
First step was to grab some water downstairs.
Hello? Usually you can't see all the colors of my eyes like this. Now I look like I'm in that movie Pretties or something. They get like turned into like the fancy people.
Hi, welcome. I wake up at 4 a.m. every morning. And I love it.
Anyways, I grabbed some Mountain Valley and I headed up to brush.
It's 4:10 a.m. I'm already 15 minutes behind. It honestly took me kind of an embarrassing amount of time to finish the math problem. I was like, oh, time to wet the brush with bottled water. That water's so cold.
Then it was time to head out to the balcony.
Good morning, Los Angeles. I'm supposedly supposed to do push-ups for like 13 minutes or something. I feel like I'm a stray cat that got caught digging through the trash.
I did my best to do my push-ups, but admittedly, it had been a while since I'd done some.
How much more time do I gotta do this for?
I wasn't the biggest fan of this part.
This fucking blows, dude. This fucking blows.
And then I immediately started rationalizing not doing push-ups for the full 13 minutes.
We have no idea how many push-ups he actually does, right? I did like 30 since we're on the balcony right now.
It was time to sip on that bottled water.
That's the good stuff. The next step in the Ashton Hall routine is to do the ice facial. And now I gotta add my Mountain Valley water. This feels like an obscene waste of fresh spring water, which is a little bit of a bummer. I just don't think that having this much spring water at your disposal is reasonable at all. I've never... That's cold. Oh God, here we go. God, I feel like a wet cat. I gotta hand it to him. That did wake me up. Should I go for another hit? Let me try it again. Second time was a mistake. Shit, I got a brain freeze. I got like a brain freeze in my face. Oh, that's painful. An obscene waste of water. I feel like I should save this for later. I'm gonna put it in the fridge.
I tried my best to do some meditation, but because I was on camera, I was having a hard time taking it seriously.
Seems so ridiculous to try to do that with a giant light in my face.
So I moved on to the journaling. I basically just used this time to free write, sort of just writing whatever was on my mind without stopping.
It's actually becoming light out. I need to watch a sermon on my phone. So I'm gonna go do that right now.
Can you find Jesus in Shrek? Now, if you see baby Shrek, double tap the screen quickly.
At this point, we run into a little bit of a problem. Ashton Hall normally goes to the gym at 6 a.m. My gym doesn't open until 7. I'm gonna be an hour behind. Luckily, later on in the week, it opens up a little bit earlier. Let it be known right now, when I go to the gym, I'm not gonna be filming myself in the gym. I think that that's kind of disrespectful to the other people who are just literally going to the gym. And I don't really want to film myself working out. I don't think anyone really wants to film themselves working out unless there's someone like Ashton Hall.
So I used this time to work a little bit on my computer, which would have been totally fine if I didn't lose track of time.
Okay, it's 7:20. I worked on my computer a little bit. I'm far behind where Ashton would be at this point. Time to go to the gym. Hitting the road. It's been perhaps several months since I've gone to the gym. First of all, I've wasted a lot of money not having gone to the gym. I'm gonna walk in there and they're gonna be like, it's been a while since we've seen you.
As if they fucking care.
Your boy has just finished at the gym. I got a juicy pump going. That's what Tucker would say. I got a juicy pump in. However, I do have to get my cardio in, so I think it's time for me to take a little visit to the most Ashton Hall adjacent content creator I know.
Hassan Piker, internet streamer, political commentator, filthy commie, but most importantly, the guy I occasionally meet up with to play basketball. Hassan is an enigma in my view. He manages to work out every day. And one of my greatest struggles on playing with him more frequently is that he plays so goddamn early in the morning. So needless to say, he was excited I was awake this time.
Shall we ball?
We got to ball at least 10,000.
Okay, that's...
I'm so excited.
You're really excited about this because you're going to be like, oh, I'm going to school Ted basketball. I'm excited about this because I'm going to be able to get video footage of Hassan bitching for about 30 to 40 minutes. Oh, that was my arm. That hit me so hard.
I hadn't played in a while, so this went really, really badly for me. I was exhausted the whole time since basketball is mostly running, but I did get a good pass in.
Yes!
And I did manage to make one basket, and damn did I look good. Unfortunately, my team lost to Hassan's team, but I would have a chance to redeem myself in a couple days. So I decided to cut my losses and move on with my routine.
All right, that's it for me.
That's it for me.
You're done?
I got other parts of the routine to do.
Oh my God, I'm sweating. I know it's bad when my glasses are fogging up. I may have just made a single basket, but I still got a lot of cardio in it. It's 10:09 right now. So at this point, I'm possibly like 2 hours behind where Ashton Hall would be. Next up on the docket, I gotta take a cold shower. Growing up in the cold winters of Massachusetts, my mornings for school were defined by a hot shower that was like, maybe 10 minutes longer than it should be. Maybe I took such long showers that my dad would have to turn off the water manually to get me to stop. I like my hot showers, man.
This week would have no hot showers, though. Only cold, cold showers. Fuck.
All right, here we go.
My tripod fell and broke.
This was miserable beyond belief.
It like hurts my head. Free at last. That was a nightmare.
Okay, we're at the breakfast portion of the video. Basically, the main breakfast that I've been seeing Ashton Hall eat is avocado toast, bacon, scrambled eggs with Mike's Hot Honey. And this is the thing that excited me the most. I don't know what it is about the name, but even before I knew what it was, the first time I saw this on a menu on a food item, I was like, sign me up. Something about the fact that it's named after a guy, maybe. It makes whatever the food item is, maybe 300% more interesting to me.
Whatever the case, I gotta do this as fast as possible so I can stay as close to Ashton's time as possible. Which would mean this morning routine challenged me with something I hadn't done in a couple of weeks. Cooking.
Pushing the lead, focus and speed, I'm in the mode. Over the hill, icy green, go for the gold. I gotta build all that I be, watch it unfold. 5, 4, 3, set, ready, turn up and go. Give it some gas, you know I'm hitting the road. Ain't got no time to look back and get all in the emotions. When you come from a loss, gotta be so devoted. Forward motion, and I gotta give them a show. 1, 2, whatever I do, watch your head spin. I come through and prove I deserve this win. Yes, the pressure, the force can push the best off course. So watch your step in the door, come from the depths and soar.
I burned everything. Besides the eggs, I didn't burn the eggs. Turns out when you're trying to film a little montage, you forget to turn things over and then they end up like this. Hey man, bacon is bacon though.
This is what I was looking forward to all day. And now for the piece de resistance of this meal. The Mike's Hot Honey over the eggs.
Oh. Okay. I bought these avocados yesterday, so a little bit lacking in ripeness. Sort of a strange flavor profile for eggs. I'm with it a little bit. I'm kind of with it. I haven't eaten any food today. It has been like 7 hours. Basically fasted most of the day. And I've only pretty much been working out or putting myself in cold situations. I mean, this is a good breakfast. I'm enjoying myself deeply. I think the most exhausting thing out of anything today, though, is the thought in my head that I have to do this 6 more times. I bodied that meal. Ashton Hall does this final ice dunk bath while he's fully dressed. Here we go. Into the fray.
That's so painful.
All right, give me another one.
Why did I do it a second time? The first one, it's surprising, but it feels kind of good. When I go for the second one, it hurts. Final time, 11:58 a.m. So not quite as fast. Here's the time split that we need to make up for. Accounting for the hour off that we were at because my gym wasn't open yet, I would say that we pretty much were only behind by an hour. That's pretty good. Day 1 complete. I'm exhausted.
So if you didn't realize at this point, Ashton Hall's morning routines are probably a lie. They're probably false. And at the very least, Ashton's filming process surely takes longer than he says it does. I know this because I had to directly set up each of these shots. It's taken me longer than I'd expected to, and I'm not doing it on a camera where I'm gonna get lens blur. I'm doing it on this little thing because it's super light and I can move it around really easily and not.
This camera setup I filmed the beginning of the video on because that would be ridiculous.
Like, look at him doing those push-ups in the morning before he knocks over the Saratoga water. That's a match cut. Are we doing cinematic editing here? Look at him when he's journaling. That's a shot reverse shot. He's making a movie. The actual action that Ashton Hall is doing here is creating viral content by portraying something so ridiculous that it's shared across the internet and everyone has something to say about it, including me. I'd be foolish if I didn't recognize that me making this very video is playing into the hand of his viral marketing strategy. At the same time though, it's clear to a certain degree that he takes himself quite seriously. Previously, he had simply been creating gym workout content, where it was just him showing off various workouts he'd do for people to see online. And this is also Ashton can create an image of himself as an authority on health and wellness so he can funnel people into his main job, which primarily from my research is that he is a fitness coach that coaches other fitness coaches, which if I'm following the hierarchy correctly, that would make him the fitness coach Pope. But on his official website, he also offers services to the lowly small bicep peasant class, which is one-on-one personal fitness coaching. It starts at $3,300 for the base plan, and it expands all the way to almost $10,000 for 1 year of remote coaching, which interestingly
interestingly enough, is the only program in which you'd actually get one-on-one coaching from Ashton. Which makes it kind of silly that all of them are titled Train With Me. Right? But if you're worried about whether or not it'll work for you, the 10K program also comes with motivational support from Ashton. I like to imagine it's just a text message every other week that's just like, bro, lock in. While Ashton has this entire business that's centered around being this serious workout coach persona, he also surprisingly plays into the memes that he unintentionally created. Like the first time that he said,
looking at it, bro, we gotta go ahead and get in at least 10,000.
That was a serious attempt by Ashton to act. But later on in his content, you'll start to see him reference it more.
You've made your first 10,000. Congratulations. We gotta do at least 20, bro.
Tomorrow, we gotta do at least 10,000.
And then what you start to see is this intentional attempt to create moments that will create engagement for him. One is by creating strange moments that go unaddressed. Like there's an increasing amount of moments where things are just getting shattered all the time. I don't know what sort of reaction Ashton is trying to get from this, but it's coming off like he's a big toddler that hasn't figured out motor skills yet. He seems to have a fixation on wearing socks when people normally wouldn't, like taking a bath. Brother's just walking around with soggy socks. But then he doesn't wear socks in scenarios he should, like wearing shoes. It drives people in the comments crazy, so that means it's working. As his virality has waned over the last month, he's been introducing new steps into his routine to keep people interested. My personal favorite he posted on May 12th. For now, he's introducing a red light mask at 4 a.m. He's just sitting there looking like Dr. Doom as this woman pours water for him. What could he be scheming about? And at 8 a.m., he engages in the strangest thing I've ever seen. He puts his nose tape and his mouth tape back on and then begins to saran wrap onions to the bottom of his feet, puts socks on, and then takes a 15-minute nap. Then takes it all off and continues on with his day. What the hell was that? Did he run out of routine ideas and now he's taking inspiration from the Brothers Grimm? This looks like something I'd be told to do by a witch doctor to cure my plague. And amongst all of this nonsense that Ashton is posting to his social media, at the same time he posted a video, The Truth About Stealing Content, where he decides to address all of the people copying his video.
I came here to address the nonsense. So many videos are being sent to me, duplicates of my videos. This is for the creators that are sick and tired of their work being copied.
This video has been perceived in two ways by the public. The first is that Ashton is seeing all of these people making joke versions of his viral routine and being upset that they're copying his lifestyle, which is what the majority of the comments think that he's doing. On the other hand, some people think he's referencing this other content creator, Marvin Achi. This guy is another fitness coach content creator. He's got a website, he's got an app to sell. And when Ashton started blowing up, this guy started doing the same thing, but to like a cartoonish degree. He's also trying to start a little bit of a water war between him and Ashton by only using Voss water instead of Saratoga. This is the type of person I think Ashton is talking about, but the way that he frames this problem is that he used to care about this stuff, but he doesn't now.
I used to get pissed off. The running videos, the ASMR with workouts, I'm not gonna act like I'm a saint. I used to block anybody who was doing anything similar to me.
And then he somehow works in a way to compare himself to Jesus Christ.
Then I realized, bro, like people follow Jesus. Why? Because he was great. As a Christian man, why are you angry if they're following you?
Ashton, you're right. That dude is copying you. Totally fair. He is definitely copying you. That doesn't make you Jesus, though. Overall, what's strange to me about this whole situation is that Ashton doesn't really seem to know what the tone of his content is. Because you can't market yourself as this serious, God-fearing fitness coach that's gonna make you shed all that fat if you follow this simple routine, but then be saran wrapping onions to your feed for a 15-minute nap as part of that process. It kind of takes away from any chance that people were gonna take you seriously, doesn't it?
Okay, it is bedtime number 2. I can't believe that we're already here. But there's been an update. Look at that. I got the real thing now. Glass bottle. I've never actually had Saratoga water before, but goddamn was it expensive. Tastes like water, Moses. This time around I'm doing a little bit better than last time. It's actually 8:30 right now. I found myself getting exhausted pretty much around like 4 p.m. So I'm hoping that that won't happen tomorrow. It's time to tape up.
So I mummified myself and it was time for day 2. Welcome to day 2. First problem today, the mouth tape had fused with my mustache. I couldn't get it off.
This is gonna hurt. That's pulling my mustache hairs out. I'm having a bit of a slower start this morning already. I'm hard behind the Ashton schedule, so I gotta get moving immediately. I made a couple mistakes last time I did this morning routine. I didn't do the banana scenario.
I think I was stressed and trying to keep track of so many parts of his routine that the banana wipe somehow slipped my mind. But never again. So I brushed my teeth.
And today's a special day. We're going pure Saratoga. God, that got water everywhere.
Привет, comrades.
These push-ups once again were a pain in the ass. And then I assumed maybe Ashton Hall did other workouts on the balcony, so I tried doing sit-ups and that was just as miserable.
I just don't want to do this. I just woke up. I don't want to do this.
But I pounded some Saratoga and I did even more push-ups until my misery hit a peak and I moved on.
Fuck this.
I gotta say, I definitely feel a lot better than I initially felt yesterday morning. It's probably because I have more sleep in my system because I went to bed at 8. Nobody's going to bed at 8 p.m. unless you're a regular at bingo night. What's crazy about this morning schedule, motherfucker doesn't take off this nose strip until like 6 a.m. He keeps this thing on for an extra 2 hours.
If you've been watching my channel for a while, then you may remember when I watched the movie Halloween Puppy something like 3 years ago. This was a movie about a boy that was obsessed with Halloween, and also his mom's boyfriend got turned into a full-grown dog that they referred to as a puppy for the whole film.
I'm a puppy?
In that video, I also discovered a treasure trove of some of the greatest B movies that I've ever had the pleasure of watching, all directed by one man, David Decatur. One of the things that I've noticed is that David has a penchant for creating films that could be categorized as lightly creamed corn, you know, because of the stylistic choices that he makes across his film. There's a lot of shirtless guys. It's also why I was surprised that I got a comment from the official YouTube account of YouTube on that video saying, I know exactly what I'll spend the rest of my day watching. Thanks, Ted. Because I don't think that they watched the whole video. But in looking into this director's early pieces of work, I think I have discovered the most unhinged kids movie of the 1990s that he directed, which is a movie from 1998 titled Alien Arsenal. Let's read the synopsis, shall we? Ralph and Baxter are two high school nerds who are often tormented by bullies at their school. They find a secret chamber which contains a horde of high-tech weapons and armor. Their superhero dreams become reality. Hello? Yeah, this obviously sounds like it's gonna be the greatest movie of all time. So with that being said, let's jump into it. Immediately, right off the bat, the movie opens up to what appears to be a car chase in the streets of Los Angeles. We are introduced right away to the main character of the film, Ralphie, and what's happening is that he's fleeing from a gang of bullies that are after him, and they are out for blood.
Just leave me alone. Oh, Ralphie boy!
One of the things that you'll notice about this scene is that these teenagers are really good at driving. They're peeling around corners at like 50 miles an hour. Ralphie spins out his car randomly in like the middle of the street, and then he begins to drive backwards and then does another crazy driving maneuver to right himself and keeps going. He's driving like James Bond. Like this looks like a Red Bull YouTube video. What's great is the clear cuts back and forth between the professional stunt drivers in the outdoor scenes to the actors in the stationary vehicle with just a blue screen behind them and no indication of movement. Like, where are these boys driving? The sky? Are they driving to Hogwarts? Ralphie is quite literally running for his life, or at least you think he is, because the manner in which he's driving is putting his life on the line. Like, sure, yeah, it's bad to be bullied, but you're also driving really recklessly. You could just like fucking die. But before we keep talking about this movie, we've got a sponsor today. Thank you to Paradise Paws for sponsoring this video. This is a game from the makers of Midas Merge, a game that sponsored me last year that I am not even joking, I played throughout the entire summer. I'm level 51. And now they're back with Paradise Paws, a charming Merge 3 game where you inherit a once thriving animal sanctuary on a mysterious island that's now in need of care. I've been trying out Paradise Paws lately, and let me tell you, I'm liking it for the same reasons that I like Midas Merge. Plus some extra. You've got all these cute little animals that you've got to save, and you know what? Some of them are a little bit sassy, I'll admit. They got some attitude, but you know, I'm doing it for the sake of the merge. And what's great is that you get to discover the new forms of the animals when they grow up from the little tiny babies to their full-grown forms. And this type of game is super easy to play just when you're trying to kill some time. Something as simple as collecting little sunbursts that you use to unlock more areas. I personally get a kick out of collecting as much as possible, and then I can just open up a bunch of area all in one go. It's very satisfying. Plus, it's free to play, it's ad-free, and there's an offline functionality, so you could, for instance, play it on a plane and wouldn't have to pay $40 for in-flight Wi-Fi. And best of all, there's no dead ends, so you can keep playing as much as you want. And also, they're launching a brand new sanctuary as a major new chapter in the game's story. They're introducing new mysteries, a completely new winter setting, and yeah, a bunch of new adorable animals that you can collect. And if you download Paradise Paws from my link in the description or the QR code on screen, you'll unlock an exclusive gift right at the start that'll help you speed up progress. And it even comes with my name.
Bad for the ego, but good for you. So go check out Paradise Paws through my link. It's a fun style of game, and I'm sure you're gonna like it. Now let's get back to the video. Now, to be clear, there are two ways that you can look at this movie. One is obviously through the lens that I can't ignore, which is as an adult commentary YouTuber, these kids are too good at driving for me. They are hitting way too many quick time events for this to be realistic. But the other way that I will try to tap into throughout this movie is the kid mode. Specifically the late 90s kid mode. Gushers commercials, respect the pouch, you know what I'm talking about. Moon boots will let me dunk like in the NBA. Playing with the early 90s Ninja Turtle action figure hand-me-downs from my friend's older brother type wonder, capiche? And if I'm to tap into kid mode, visual meter, this shit was sick. If I'm watching this when I'm like 10, it's telling me in just 6 short years, I'm gonna be driving like this? Hello. I'd like to think that this is just something kids were naturally able to do in the 90s. Just a generation of prodigal drivers that is only documented in this movie. So Ralphie is chased by these bullies all the way to Mount Limbaugh High School, where most of this movie takes place. And they proceed to full sprint chase him into the school, even passing by like several faculty members in the process of doing this. Not a single one of these teachers thinks it's a little strange that one student is running for his life from a pack of other students. Like, what are you doing? Either way, Ralphie loses the bully so that he can finally, oh wow, look at these guys. I'm having a hard time understanding the fashion ensemble here. What's with the tight shirts, boys?
Why don't you guys pick on someone in your own income bracket? Chad. Bet you're real sorry you opened your mouth, huh?
Don't call us rich. It makes us insecure, Ralphie. So these are some of Ralphie's bullies. We've got Monty, Chad, and Lance. They pretty much just threaten Ralphie. It doesn't seem like they really want anything from him, which makes the car chase confusing, but Ralphie says,
man, I hate those preppy buttheads.
Preppy? Those outfits don't look they're more aerodynamic, if anything. They look like they just came from a lodge after skiing, but it was too hot, so they had to take their jackets off. They certainly don't look like what preppy is in the 90s. They look like backup dancers for Britney Spears. Later on, one of the things that we learn about Ralphie is that he's very into comic books and superheroes. So much so that he is caught by one of his teachers drawing in class.
Ralph! Ralph!
Also, just as a sidebar, this scene is one of the moments that I just enjoy from the perspective of seeing how aesthetics have changed in movies over time. Like, every shot in this scene could not be placed in any other decade than the 1990s. They've pumped so much haze into this room that it looks like they should be evacuating the school, but they're breathing that shit in. Many of the shots are filmed at this funky canted angle like we're watching MTV. It looks like they're living in like a Spanish textbook, if that makes sense. Either way, after class, Ralph and his best friend Baxter are lamenting over the fact that they have to go to their next class that they signed up for, which is Introduction to Manual Labor.
We've got our Introduction to Manual Labor class next. We have to go down to the basement and help the construction guys dig up the new teacher's lounge.
Which is a crazy concept for a class at a public school. Maybe at a trade school that would make sense. But in this scenario, we're implying that there's a workaround for basically the local government to acquire child labor from their students.
So why did you take the class?
What? You don't believe a woman's capable of manual labor?
Why is it that every time I get under your skin a little, you bring up the whole women's rights issue?
What do you mean? That's a crazy thing to say. Way to play the women card, Baxter. Ralph and Baxter also talk about Ralphie's crush, Felicia Sinclair. She's the head of the cheerleader squad, but more notably, she is dating another bully of Ralph's, Flash Gunderson, which is a perfect bully name, 0 notes. My favorite thing about Flash is that his branding is on point because he wears a lightning bolt on his chest. Does he think that people are gonna forget his name if he doesn't wear like a symbol representing it on his chest? Flash sees Ralph looking at his girlfriend and he does some classic bullying. He gives some very grotesque threats.
Next time, I'm gonna rip off your head and spit down your neck.
That's nasty, dude. Just say you'll kill him. But through this exchange, Baxter and Ralph end up late for their manual labor class, which is taught by a very fun character, Mr. Lip Kiss.
Now I want to start seeing some serious sweat and blood around here. Hold it right there.
He's got this militaristic drill sergeant personality, which obviously fits very well into the nature of the class that they're in.
What do we have here? A couple of AWOLs? Not on my watch, no sir.
And again, that's what's so awesome about this movie and why I kind of like it despite its many faults. Because a lot of the actors in the grand scheme of things do a great job. Like, he is nailing this part. Unfortunately, none of their excuses for why they're late are enough for Mr. Lipkiss. So Baxter and Ralph are punished by being forced to polish the walls of the area that they're actively excavating with
toothbrushes. There's not even drywall on there. Why are they polishing structural brick? But in the process of toothbrushing the wall, they discover it's a little bit loose. So in a fit of curiosity, they pull the entire wall apart and they discover a secret door. Not the Barbie kind. An alien door.
I do not think this is a good idea.
Take a Xanax, okay, Ralph?
Damn, she hit him at the prescription level. That's crazy. So Baxter opens the door and it is revealed to be the highly technological marvel that is the Alien Arsenal Vault. That's really impressive.
The lights came on when you stepped in there.
Did we need to explain that? We just watched it happen. So Baxter and Ralphie are exploring this alien vault, and I'm watching this, and I can't help but point out, they clearly spent a good amount of money on this movie. It's shot well, it's lit pretty well, there's extras everywhere. This isn't a student film. And the main central point of this movie is the alien arsenal. Spoiler alert. Sorry, guys. Whoa. 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 No! No! Like, they've got alien door. They've got alien doorknob. They've got alien centerpiece. Even alien screen. So why the hell wouldn't they just make a couple of alien shelves? They went so hard with everything else, but then to hold all of the props, these are like shelves from Staples.
These look like guns. Maybe they're props for a movie or something. Or toys.
It's at this point in the movie that it starts to feel like they're adding lines to explain why the props look so cheap, which is a funny subversion to make, I guess, because you'd expect alien technology to be made out of like an advanced alloy or something. But it's coming off like they just didn't have the money in the prop department.
These feel like plastic.
Like the cover of the movie is what they discover could destroy the world. But then in the movie, they're like, God, this shit was not constructed very well. What is this, made of plastic? What is this piece of shit? This is not good. Yeah, it's rubber. This is like shit out my fucking ass. Either way, they get worried that they're gonna get in trouble for being in there, so they seal the wall up and get out of there. Now, while Baxter and Ralphie were checking out the alien vault, we get a shot in space of an alien spacecraft where the aliens get notified that someone has opened the door to the vault. I guess they didn't know where the vault was, and when it's open, they can track where it is. It is a little confusing why, as the creators of the vault, they didn't just generally have that information on them. But either way, the aliens follow the signal and go down to Earth to disguise themselves as humans to find the vault. And the next day, Ralph and Baxter are hanging out at school, and they are confronted by the coolest new kids in town, who get possibly the most 90s entrance of all time.
Whoa, what's up with the new kids?
We got our next class with them, so don't stare.
Continues to stare at them the entirety of the time they walk by. So it appears that the aliens have managed to disguise themselves as new students from out of town at their school and managed to enroll in class in like 24 hours. This is also one of my favorite things about when a movie has an alien comes to Earth in disguise trope, because they manage to do all of the hard stuff like creating a perfect representation of human anatomy. But when it comes to like not making them fully stand out with their fashion, they're like, we just don't know how people dress. This seems like an anti-European movie. Any of the clear antagonists in this movie are dressed like they're coming back from Paris Fashion Week. But of course, Baxter has a totally level response to these new classmates.
God, it's like looking at another fucking race or something.
Whoa! Baxter, what the hell? Okay, first of all, crazy to call them a different race because they are, at this point, at worst, coming off as socially awkward. Like, we know they're aliens, but Baxter doesn't know that. So that's a low bar to be dropping that line. Also, Baxter drops an F-bomb in this line.
Like looking at another fucking race or something.
So now I'm unsure if this is even a kid's movie. They for sure weren't dropping F-bombs on Nickelodeon, I think. I think this is the only time that someone swears in this movie, too. At other points in the movie, they're saying, like, butthead.
Man, I hate those preppy buttheads.
Saw you, butthead.
And it has to be the line where Baxter's like, seems like a different fucking race or something. That's crazy. Later on, Baxter and Ralph decide that their best plan of action for the alien arsenal is to sneak back into the school with duffel bags and basically just grab everything that's in the vault. Why are they straight up looting this mystery room? There's no clear reason for doing this. Ralphie honestly frames this like taking all of the weapons is going to free them of worry.
Let's just get what we can into our lockers and be done with it.
Why is taking everything from the vault getting you out of a situation? They could have just ignored their existence and been fine. But they're like, just gotta take everything. We just gotta take everything. I'm sorry. Also,
Hiding a duffel bag full of guns in your locker at school? Just inherently insane. While Baxter is taking her duffel bag to her locker, she runs into one of Ralph's bullies, Chad.
Hey, baby doll.
Chad decides this is a good time to start flirting with Baxter, but he does this by kind of like, he's like flirting with her, but bullying her at the same time.
What do we have here?
Oh, that's just some stuff I had sitting around in my locker.
Let's take a look and see.
Hey, baby, how you doing? Cool. Now let me see what's in your bag.
You have a bag full of toys in your locker?
Yeah, it's just a bag full of toys. That's me. I'm a big, fat baby goo-goo.
I think that Baxter is projecting here. Because normally, I would let this line pass. I wouldn't think anything of it. If Baxter did not have a giant fucking photo of a baby in her locker. She wants to be a big goo goo gaga baby. That's a weird piece of lore. Why does she want that? Chad points one of the guns at her, assuming it's like a squirt gun or something. Then when he shoots it, the gun fires backwards into his face because it's an alien gun. And then he's caught in this crazy swirling portal and disappears. It's kind of scary, honestly. So obviously, upon this discovery, Baxter and Ralph then head to a different part of town to test out their newfound weaponry.
Man, you should have seen what happened to Chad. It was awesome. Well, not the part about him getting all shot up and stuff, but the rest of it.
What part are you talking about then? Because that was like the whole thing. The part where he disappeared into the portal of unimaginable horror? That was the whole event. Ralphie is reasonably like, okay, Baxter, that's fucked up. Someone is dead now. But then Baxter shows him her belief that she thinks it's actually a teleportation device of some sort by making a trash can disappear. So now they're totally comfortable with playing with the rest of the weapons.
It doesn't weigh a lot.
Obviously, since the prop guns aren't the best and they're implying it in the writing, we have to properly set expectations here for the testing of the weapons. Like when you're implying that something is flimsy and plastic, that's probably preparing the audience for the, oh my God! Oh. Yeah, so that's where the prop budget went. That's why they don't have good props, is because they spent all their money on stunt drivers and pyrotechnics.
I hate to say this, but this is incredibly freaking cool.
They also discover these pairs of gloves that let them transform into PUBG characters with level 3 helmets. But again, they just cannot help shitting on the props.
I feel really stupid in this outfit.
Just don't mention it. They just created an explosion that people would hear for miles. But of course, it's not the police who come to check this out. It's the troublesome triplets, aka the aliens.
The new kids.
Who are you? Return to Arsenal at once.
Arsenal?
This, Ralph.
So yeah, the aliens start shooting at Ralph and Baxter while they run away. It becomes abundantly clear after each contiguous explosion why they did not have a budget prop for this movie. Now at this point, Baxter and Ralph have totally switched positions on the whole alien guns thing. Ralph was at first hesitant because one of their classmates disappeared into an alien portal, but once he kind of felt like a superhero with the weapons, he's like, well, that's a different story. Baxter's like, we have to go to the police. We almost just died.
We have to take this to the police or something. It's getting way out of hand.
Well, maybe we shouldn't be so hasty.
Oh, no.
Also, I don't think that they're very good at gathering context clues as characters either.
Now, for whatever reason, we find these things after they've been buried underground for maybe hundreds of years. And I doubt whoever or whatever made them is going to be around to come looking for them.
Brother, they just did. They just did come looking for them. They literally told you to give them back.
Return to Arsenal at once.
Arsenal?
This, Ralph.
Not only did you get attacked by people using the same type of weaponry, but they're directly asking you for yours. Either way, Ralph has decided that this is how he's going to get back at his bullies.
Weapons and stuff, they're ours now. And we could use them if we really wanted to.
With the weapons.
How would you like to get even with Monty and Flash and all those guys who keep picking on us?
Crazy cut. That's a crazy cut to make. Thankfully, they do not brutally murder all of their bullies. What they do is they show up to the boys' locker room and they give Flash a little shakedown. Just to scare him a little bit, list off his crimes.
We are here to render final judgment against you, Flash Gunderson, for your crimes against humanity.
What crimes?
You have preyed upon the weak and smaller around you. You've also abused your position on the football team to terrorize the innocent and also to date all of the really hot chicks. So nobody else gets a shot.
They basically demand that Flash gives up his jock ways and that he has to become a straight A student. And when he refuses, they threaten him with the teleportation gun, and it's honestly kind of scary what they imply with it.
That sounded like Chad Gears.
So wherever Chad is, and given how pained his voice sounds, I'm pretty sure that that gun teleports people to hell.
from the Bible. They even describe it to him as hell without saying it.
That's where the bad people go, Flash.
That's terrifying. After scaring Flash, Baxter and Ralph start testing out some of their devices. They find some walkie-talkies, even a pair of X-ray goggles. They're seeing through people, checking out their bones, checking out their teacher's bones. Gross! And this is one of the reasons why I think I would have loved this movie as a kid. Because this is trying to hit on that specific late 90s, early 2000s fantasy that at least I had as a kid, which was being a spy. There was Spy Kids, Totally Spies, Barbie Spy Squad. That's actually a perfect example. For some reason, every kid wanted to be a spy. Mostly because of the gadgets. Real life spy? Neurotoxin in a whistleblower's coffee. Boo! Fuck you! Me spy? Me look through a wall. Me see person through a wall. Committing sexual harassment. Oh, I'm sorry, I got things confused. That's what Ralph does when he turns his goggles to the school and he sees Felicia being harassed by one of his bullies. Sorry, I'm actually talking about the movie again. Let me explain what's going on. Ralph's crush Felicia is staying a little bit longer after class, and that's when Lance, one of the preppy bullies, walks into the room, and you can immediately tell that things are not going to be appropriate.
Nice curves.
Oh, hi, Lance.
Lance decides to try to put the moves on Felicia, but what he doesn't realize is that his body contains the soul of a creepy 68-year-old man that's got like 6 restraining orders.
Hot little ticket like you? No, see, I'm thinking quiet dinner for 2. Candles, wine, nice music, just you and, me.
This slick act might work with some of your junior high girls.
Whoa!
The more you say no,
No!
the more I'm thinking you really want to say yes.
Great.
She's like, great. He's working on opposite day mindset. Fuck.
Lance, I don't think you know how much trouble you can get in for this.
What? With school? Rich kid like me gets a slap on the wrist and it doesn't even go on my permanent record.
Man, he's really saying the quiet part out loud here. Thankfully, Ralph ends this entire ordeal by showing up in his suit. He absolutely beats the nuts out of Lance. Then Lance pulls out a knife, like he's a jet in West Side Story, then threatens to kill Felicia.
You don't clear out of here, I'm gonna cut her open. I mean it!
And this is when Ralph has one of his first, like, genuinely cool lines.
I believe you.
Damn, that was badass. Of course, Lance gets sent to hell from the Bible. He was going there anyways. And Ralph gets a kiss on the cheek. Now, this is where things get complicated, so try to follow along. Mr. Lipkiss finds the alien vault. It allows the triplets to find it as well. They send Lipkiss to hell. And they realize that Ralph and Baxter have the fushigi they need to run their Armageddon device, which is a self-explanatory name. The alien screen in the room is counting down to when Earth aligns with their planet, which will let them download something from their planet to destroy the world. While this is going on, Ralph is going through some character development himself. He goes to a diner and stops a robbery from happening, and then he's just like, well, I guess I'm just like cool now. So he sells all of his comic books, buys new clothing, and gets context and shows up to school looking completely different. Baxter thinks he's becoming a piece of shit, but all the girls at school think he's hot now. He even stands up to Monty by pinning him against a tree and threatening him. And Ralph also basically admits to killing his friends.
I'm gonna do the world a favor and take you right out of the freaking program. Just like Chad and Lance.
Where are your friends, Monty? Oh yeah, I just remembered. I used an alien gun to send them to hell. The alien triplets see this happen, and they can only for some reason assume that this change in personality in Ralph is because he has access to their weapons.
Notice how he has changed within the space of a single day. He has our arsenal, I am certain of it.
That's like saying that somebody became more confident because they own a Glock. And they're technically right in this instance, but I don't agree with the logic. So they basically recruit Monty as their own ally to bring on their side to defeat Ralph and get their arsenal back. Another thing I'll point out in this movie is that Flash has completely taken the scare tactics to heart. And when we see him next, his personality is completely changed. He fully becomes a nerd. Like his entire brain was broken by the trauma of potentially being shot by a hell gun.
I'll catch you later.
Are you feeling okay?
Later on, Baxter and Ralph are back at the spot where they tested the alien weapons, and it's in this moment for the first time that they're coming to terms with the fact that the weapons that they have are alien weapons.
You think this stuff came from outer space?
That's what I'm saying, maybe it is.
It took you that long to figure it out? Then Monty shows up in a trench coat, and Monty has been sent to get information out of Baxter and Ralph, so I'm sure he'll just try to rough them up a little. But holy shit, okay, no, he's just trying to kill them. He just wants them dead. He doesn't really understand the assignment he was given. I love his face here. He's just like, fuck, I suck at shooting this thing. Ralph and Baxter escape, and they decide that they need to fight the aliens and Monty because things are getting really dangerous, and they need to fight back and save the world and stuff. Separately, for some reason, Flash's study studying at the high school at 10:30 p.m. at night, and Felicia shows up and breaks up with him. I'm thinking it's because he had an entire personality shift in like 24 hours, and she just wants to get out of that situation fast. And I don't blame her. The two of them hear the alien triplets walking around the school, and they go to investigate. Ralph and Baxter show up suited up to the school, and they run into Monty, and they get into a fight. Which, even though they have these alien weapons, it ends up being just like a lot of hand-to-hand combat in the hallway of the school. Even when Ralph has an opportunity to use one of the weapons, he just like hits Monty with it. They're doing stunts, they're throwing each other around, pieces of their costume are flying off in the shots. Monty wins the fight against the two of them. He takes Flash and Felicia as hostages and brings the arsenal. Baxter and Ralph spent a lot of time looking for them, saying that
we're gonna have to use these to find those guys. They could be anywhere in the building.
Kind of confused on why they didn't start at the vault, like the one place that all of this has started from. But in the end, they find them. Monty tries to fight Ralph, but Ralph manages to knock him out with a punch, which, by the way, according to the behind the scenes video I found, is a real punch.
He actually punched me, so...
He actually punched him in the face. And instead of shooting the aliens, because they can block lasers, he shoots their Fushigi power source. And this is the best part of the movie, because I love when they have the actors do things physically to help sell the visual effects. And they've been doing it the whole time. All of the triplets start shaking uncontrollably. It looks like they're all nutting simultaneously. And they're basically being pulled into the hell portal. On top of that, an awesome part that happens too, just from a blocking standpoint, is that you can see that they wanted Monty to also get sucked into the portal, but Ralph had just punched him onto the ground. So they have Monty's actor get up from the ground and kind of slowly walk and pretend that he's getting sucked into the portal. I'm getting sucked in! I'm getting sucked into the portal! And all the bad guys get teleported away to hell. Ralph gets a kiss from Felicia, they're probably gonna start dating, and it all ends happily ever after. And that was the piece of cinema that was Alien Arsenal. Overall, this movie isn't the worst thing in the world, but it is certainly the craziest kids movie I've ever seen. And if I saw it when I was a kid, I would have loved it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry it's been so long since I've posted. Be sure to subscribe and comment. Smash the like button. And, bye.
Oh, fuck. Oh, hey guys, what's up? Whew. Turns out there's a system of tunnels under my room. Banana bread. Banana bread. Let's talk about banana bread, alright, champs? Let's discuss, because it's an important topic. It's a topic that has been ignored for too long. I think we owe an apology to banana bread. I'll admit it, I did some light research. Banana bread consumption is through the floor, folks. The floor of which I just came from, and I didn't like what I saw. When was the last time you had banana bread? Too long, I assume. Decades? Eons? There are people who have gone for a millennia without eating banana bread. Potentially vampires? The immortal? Think about that. What the hell are we doing here? Ted, you ask. I'll tell you, we're making banana bread today. Welcome.
Banana bread, we can be banana bread.
Welcome to the gauntlet, because this is some extreme banana bread making. I don't know what makes it extreme. It's gonna be extremely good. Once again, I texted my mom because she's the one who knows where these things come from. These ingredients, these instructions. I've got, fuck. I slammed my finger into a door the other day, so that was a really bad choice. She linked me to a website, so I guess that was an unnecessary step. But now I've got some ingredients to make some friggin' banana bread. The ingredients are 1 cup granulated sugar, half a cup of butter, 2 large eggs, 3 ripe bananas mashed, 1 tablespoon of milk, 1 teaspoon ground cinnamon, 2 cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda. Apparently they're different things, guys. And then 1 teaspoon of salt. So let's get the ingredients for this now. Granulated sugar, baby. Frickin' butter. Bada bing. We got the eggs. Look at those unborn children. Oh, the things you could have become. You're gonna become bread now. So, you may think they are dead, but they will be born anew. 1 tablespoon of milk, baby. For this particular recipe, I'm going to be using some Oatly oat milk, alright? And I think it's important to mention that the milkman does not discriminate, alright? There are various types of milk. I will rank whole milk as my #1 milk, and oat milk as my #2 milk.
This is a brother in arms. A warrior. We got the little tiny boy ground cinnamon. All-purpose flour, baby. This is the good shit. Baking powder. Fuck! This is already turning into a mess. Baking soda, baking powder, different things. What the fuck is up with, I don't even... You got any answers for me, Clabber Girl? I'll kick your ass. Salt from Wegmans. So we've got all our ingredients here. You may see all these ingredients here, but this is not yet a banana bread. I think that people should be just only eating banana bread. I think that we should outlaw all other forms of bread. It's set for sourdough. Sourdough gets an inception. First things first, baby. We gotta preheat the oven to 325 degrees. That's hot. In a small bowl, mash 3 ripe bananas with a fork. Fuck. It got caught on my hand. Oh, what? I think I read in the ingredients it says 3 ripe floor bananas. Sorry guys, I misread that. It says soup on it, but don't be fooled. This is a banana mashing bowl. That smells like a dead banana. I should just cut this with a knife. Omira Moshindaru. Yo guys, I'm hip into that anime. You guys ever heard of Naruto? Bet you haven't. Shing! 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 Ah, ah, ah. I feel pretty epic right now. I feel pretty cool. I'm epic. I'm epic. Oh, fuck. The skins of the fallen. Goodbye. Those bananas were wet. Mash this banana with this damn fork. Let's mash. Mashing it up, baby. Get mashed, you idiot. I bet these bananas were racist, so we're turning them into a bread. Take that. Racist bananas. This is the price to pay for being a racist banana. That looks pretty good. That looks pretty mashed. Okay, next step. In a large mixing bowl, cream the sugar and butter until it's light and fluffy, baby. So we need half a cup of butter. Well, shit, I don't know how much that is. How much is half a cup of butter? Oh, so I need to make it, I need to turn this butter to liquid. I need to fill up to there. So we're just gonna fucking guess and see how much butter that is. Let's put it in the microwave. I don't know how long you have to cook butter for it to melt, but also to prevent it from burning. Oh, what are you doing, butter? That's like close, but no cigar. This should be enough. If this isn't enough, I'm gonna start getting worried for my health. Come on, butter, you can do it. It's still not half a cup. Okay, that's half a cup. Oh, yeah, baby. Ooh. I gotta cream these. I wasn't really sure what creaming meant. I've seen videos of creaming, and it looks like it calls for some serious machinery, but I don't have those machines. And you know what? I don't even want those machines. I think this is gonna take a while. Hold on. And this whisk is so small. Become cream, you bastard. I wasn't expecting this much work. I'm miserable. That looks like it's creamed. I think it's creamed. We gotta add the 2 eggs one at a time. Yoink! Egg time. The final egg. Yeah! High velocity egg entry into atmosphere. Time to beat the shit out of it. Okay. Next, we mix in the mashed bananas. Ooh. Okay, so next, we add the milk. Oh yeah. Is that even good? Yeah, it's pretty good. Oh yeah. Okay, so we've just about mixed together the ingredients here. And now we gotta move on to the dry ingredients. Teaspoon of baking powder and baking soda. Bam! Baking soda. Bam! 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Oh man, what's up?
I heard you're making banana bread.
I am.
I love banana bread.
This is Aaron, guys. He came because he heard I was making banana bread, and he is here to...
Call me Carson.
I'm not going to edit that in. What do you want?
I just want banana bread.
Well, it's in the process of being made.
Cool. Let me know when it's done.
Get out of here! Boop. Okay, so we need the cinnamon now. I think that's enough. Okay. Get in there. 1 teaspoon salt. Oh yeah. in this thing, we got ourselves the dry ingredients. So now we gotta mix it up. Ooh, we've got debris. Fuck, I'm a messy guy. Okay, friends, we have the duality of man. We have yin and yang, the big boys and the wet boys. What? I need to combine bowls and then just mix it. Oh yeah. Now we go in to the mixing. This is getting harder to mix. But I shan't overmix it, friends. The banana bread. It's ready to be burned. Boing. That's a pan. Here we go. Oh god. Wow, that is slow. What's the proper way to do this? Okay, so I think I did it. I don't know. This is a mess. The only thing left to do now is to put it in the oven, baby. You've been so good to me. Now you will burn. There you go. For an hour. Starting now.
Banana bread, banana bread. We can be banana bread.
It's time to take out the banana bread. Oh, I don't have the leverage for this. Okay. Boink. Oh. Oh. This is the fucking banana bread, guys. Check it out. It's loafed. And it's looking pretty good. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That was intimate. The only thing left to do now is to try the banana bread. And we're gonna see if this really is Banana City, baby. I'll give you the chair. You're a guest.
I got it.
Get up. Welcome to the taste test of the meatloaf. This is Aaron. What a dense bread.
Wow. It's one dense boy.
Oh, baby. It's steaming. You need to calm down.
Sorry.
Okay. So there you go. Just kidding. We're tasting the banana bread. Here we go. How?
Where you going?
Oh, yeah. You getting any notes of anything?
Oh. Banana?
It's an arpeggio of flavor. Arpeggio. Cheers. Dink. Yeah, no, this banana bread's pretty good.
It wasn't that it was too much. It was that the steam. You know, when the steam filled my throat.
You saw the face of God in that moment, like.
The sensation was the steam overwhelmed.
You were like, ah!
Like, shove that all in your mouth and, like, feel the steam just fill up your throat. I'm just so happy. I love banana bread.
That was some good banana bread. No. Oh. Don't. No. Don't, Aaron. I told you there would be a result to your actions. This is a good mastication stuff. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Feel free to make this banana bread recipe and tweet me on Twitter if you made it. Keep it spicy. I'm Ted. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit the little bell thing. See you guys later next time.